Hey, guys and gal pals. Yeah, I said it, don't judge. On this episode of I Can't Believe Our Friends podcast, we talk about bear attacks, beer and drugs, which are, always fun. Robert's fear of being eaten by various animals. And I know this one's a bit past the time, but we did memories of Stanley and a bunch of would you rathers. Things get weird as usual. So give us a listen. Feedback is always appreciated. And follow us on Podbean and YouTube and all the other places that we are. No! I meant reflex-wise.
They're quick-witted, dude. Fucking rabbits are really, really smart. They're good survivalists.
Or maybe like a fox. Like
that's
still
canine. That's still aggressive.
No, foxes really aren't.
They only are aggressive if they get pinned, dude. I mean, that makes sense. Anything is going to fuck some shit up if they have no choice.
Yeah. And they're very sly and cunning and that shit.
I'm a cunning linguist.
I always thought of myself more like a wolf or a lion or some shit, but I know bear makes sense. Fuck you guys.
I'm a bear.
It makes sense. Just because a bear's really docile, they're chilling for the most part. Until you fuck up.
Until you inconvenience them.
Until you fuck up, and then that's completely different. We were watching shit on bear maulings the other day, dude. This poor bastard.
Of course you were.
We were. Me and Chris and Kaylee were. And
I was watching it too.
Well, yeah, and Mandy was. This poor bastard.
Oh yeah, Mandy.
She was cooking during it, so she didn't get to see most of it. But this dude's out in Montana hiking with his daughter, and they end up, looking, beautiful scenery, blah blah blah. And it's way earlier than most people go in the morning because that's when bears are walking around doing their thing. And
sorry, she smelled the beer and made a face. It was funny.
Strong smell.
It's a stout smell.
It's an IPA.
It is an IPA.
Anyway, go ahead.
Sorry. Yes. Bear maulings.
And so this poor bastard's daughter walks off and runs into two cubs. And from nowhere, out of the fucking bushes, comes a fucking 800-pound fucking female grizzly.
Oh, shit.
And the mama bear thing, dude, it's the real thing. They're extremely aggressive about their children. So the first thing she does is, you're around my babies, you need to die. So she bum rushes homegirl, dude. She takes off running. The dad jumps between the bear and his daughter like you would.
Okay.
And the fucking bear instantly grabs him by the fucking thigh and crushes his fucking femur. And she's just like mauling, going to town. Homeboy hits it, jumps off the cliff, and the dumb fucking bitch of a daughter didn't run away. She sat there hiding, like cowering behind a bush, oh my daddy, and which is understandable, but fucking run. The dude put himself at risk to save you.
For you to live.
Yeah.
Did she live?
They both lived.
Oh!
The dad jumped off.
Yay.
The fucking bear went towards the daughter, and the dad started yelling again. And the bear got drawn towards him. He was trying to hide underneath a tree, like a little hole by a tree. It grabbed him by the fucking head and crushed his skull. They said it ripped his fucking scalp clean off.
Oh!
And like it was just it was so much pressure that they said his fucking eyeball started bulging out.
Yeah.
And there are other ones that are way worse. One dude we're watching, eyeball actually fucked out.
Bad.
Ear got ripped off. And his homeboy was like, fuck, and just grabbed a towel and put the ear where it should be and popped his eyeball back in, and they're like, we gotta get back to camp.
But the guy that he's talking about, the daughter, like he waits till the bear goes away, like he stops moving. Bear walks off. He's too afraid to say anything. But then the daughter finally calls to him, and he
And
said,
she's drawn to the daughter.
and then no, it ended up leaving.
No. It was drawn to the daughter, and the daughter was hiding behind rocks. And the bear reached out at her and clawed her fucking bottom lip off.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about
Oh.
And luckily, neither one of them are severely mutilated or anything. I mean, obviously at the time
They're pretty
they weren't.
fucked up, yeah.
But she just has like 2 scars right here, and they're not real noticeable unless you actually look. But her lip was like fucking hanging, and the dude's whole skull had to be rebuilt.
It's all deformed. He said he was feeling, and he was like bone, 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 and at a certain point he was like, I should just stop feeling because it's not gonna get any better.
And then,
This is gonna get worse before it gets better.
and then once the adrenaline fucking went away,
All the pain.
your
starts
body
going
went
into
into shock.
All of the pain.
Yeah, I was about to say.
That shit
Oh.
was fucking crazy, dude. It was a cool show. I loved it.
But it's all these different things of that they shouldn't have survived. but
Human
somehow they
prey.
did.
On that note,
Yeah.
fuck nature.
I love it.
This is why I stay on the
No
inside.
fucking shit. Everybody
Love
makes fun of me
nature.
for wanting to be in a cabin. Guess what? My ass ain't getting mauled by a bear.
Every one of the people who got attacked by a bear, none of them blamed the bear. All of
didn't.
them knew it was just because.
No,
Well, that's
yeah,
why-
absolutely. You're fucking in the bear's home.
No,
Yeah.
Like,
I was fucking around where I should have been.
Yeah.
That's all there was. to
it's
it.
just
There
like
was-
if somebody forces their way into my house, I'm gonna fuck them up.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
Yeah, you don't blame the
You have
bear.
your right to die now.
Yeah,
That's
no
why you
shit.
don't go outside.
Castle doctor, motherfucker. Gotta
So
love
you don't
Texas.
go- I don't think going to check your mailbox you're gonna get mauled by a bear.
You never know.
I don't
Not
know.
here.
It depends if Gabriel's
Not here.
or not.
This is Texas,
that's
dude.
true.
There's not,
No bears.
whatever bears we had, we killed long ago.
A long time ago. They
All right.
turned him into fucking hats and shit.
Fucking throw rugs. So fat guys can lay down and take pictures for their wives.
Speaking of that, Jimmy's sick today, so he's not joining us.
Yeah, we hope you feel better, brother.
So we're gonna start. We haven't done this in a while, so we're gonna do a beer tasting. I went to a gender reveal, and the mom to be, her husband works at a brewery, so I was able to bring some
What is
beer
the name
home.
of the brewery?
Community
We
brewery.
need more.
Beer Co.
We need friends like that. Like that's. We need to step up our shit.
They
buddy.
do. They've
It's
had a
bullshit.
couple more events there, and they, occasionally. So maybe we'll make it down there one time.
One of my coworkers, her sister's boyfriend owns like a pub downtown.
Really.
I can't remember the name of it. I'm gonna look
down
for
to
it,
go.
but-
Need to be friends with that
Start
bitch.
rubbing some elbows.
Yeah. But so I was able to bring 3 different beers. We're gonna try one that I can closely relate to Shock Top. It's called Citrus Slice. So it has, it's like lemon, lime, orange. It smells really good. I had some last night. This is the only beer I
It's
drank
a
last night.
thick taste, or it's
Yeah,
a
and it is,
smell.
and it is an IPA.
It's an IPA, so it's super fucking strong.
It's super strong. I had 3 of them. I poured a 4th,
She-
and I knew I shouldn't have
She
drank
had
the.
she had a
I had a good buzz.
I told her she should have just slammed the 4th and said, "Fuck it, dude."
I
And
still
I
haven't
said
tried
she should
home.
have just drove really quickly so that it was
Well,
done
if it
before
was-
hit.
okay.
I'm pretty sure that's what the downfall is for a lot of people. They're like, oh no, let me jam this one real quick and then drive.
Yeah.
As
Drive
fast as I
quickly.
can.
Honestly, if it was closer to home, I might have finished that 4th one, but I was off of 35.
35 on the backside.
Yeah,
of
I was closer
downtown.
to the AAC, so it was still quite a bit.
IPAs
like
can be
home.
really stout, dude, so they can,
And this
They can
one
do some
smells,
damage,
I mean,
okay.
it smells strong, like it's a strong smelling beer, but it smells really good. And I personally think, and I'm not a big beer person, but I'm not huge on IPAs either. But this one, I would compare it more to Shock Top.
you
Except,
smell the citrus. That's for goddamn sure.
except
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I think it's more flavorful than Shock Top, to be honest.
Really?
Smells like
So
that.
you like the flavor?
I like the flavor of it. I like the smell of it, and
We sound like some hoity-toity fucks
Alright,
right
fuck
now.
it, give it a
by the way.
drink.
You should have switched it around.
now everybody gets to listen to his drink. Like
Cold on my teeth.
it's stout. Like that aftertaste is stout. But
I've
I
had
really-
way worse than that.
I
Oh,
really
yeah.
like it.
IPAs are strong as shit, dude. It has a funny aftertaste, though.
It's got an
It
IPA
is-
aftertaste to me.
Yeah.
It is really citrusy. That's what
It
I like
is,
about
but
it. It's
it-
super citrusy. It's good. I like it.
Okay, I know this might sound weird. It tastes kind of woody too.
That's what he was saying.
There,
Oh.
there are beers that
Earlier.
have woody flavors. So I wasn't just making that shit up or being gay, dude. It happens.
It just so happens that I can turn anything gay.
Anything.
Give me any phrase, I can make it gay.
But yeah. And then
I
there's
like that.
there's another one that her husband compared to Blue Moon.
Speaking of which, I need to cleanse my palate real quick.
And then there's another kind of I forgot what he said that was, but hopefully we can.
I bet that'd
to
be
those
really
later.
good with a slice of orange.
Yeah, that's
Would
why.
really bring out the flavor of it.
Like seriously.
So it was really cool because we were in the back where the employees go, so they had all the fucking machines and all that. It was cool. It was cool to be back there.
The distillery.
Yeah. Thank you. That one.
I have to add this. It tastes like what I would assume a pine tree would taste like.
You're the only one out of the four of us who would go chewing on a fucking pine.
I do agree with that.
Fucking hippies.
No, because it doesn't taste like pine sol.
It doesn't
You realize pine sol tastes nothing like a tree wood.
I know. I mean,
But it's called pine sol.
I mean, like
It doesn't taste
real-
like Christmas.
real like
Christmas
tiny. Like it would be like that's the type of wood.
What makes the wood taste? By the
Wood?
way.
I'm not too sure.
No
to be honest
shit,
with you.
but where does
would
it come
assume
from?
the
Like
barrels
barrel?
that-
Is
But
it?
they don't do it in
I was
barrels.
gonna
They
say
No,
they don't
beer's
use-
not done in barrels.
Whiskey's
Whiskey's
done in barrels.
Oh,
Liquors are
that's
done
right.
in barrels. They're
Then I
usually
don't
done
know.
in big like steel fucking. I don't know what you call them.
That shit's
reserve.
like in beer fest that the dude
reserve.
falls
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
That's what they look like
Yeah.
more often than not.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure what would.
They're not usually clear though.
It's
I think
usually
that was
like
for
barley and
Jamaica.
hops. Now, if I remember right, an IPA is just a higher ratio of
Barley to
hops.
hops.
I
Or
think
it's one or the
hoppy.
other. I can't remember.
I don't know.
It's
I don't
hoppy.
know what
It's
the
a
fuck
higher
either of
ratio
them
of
are.
hops to barley. I can't remember.
I don't know.
One reason
It's
that
the
I
money
want
of
my own
beers.
fucking microbrewery because I could learn little shit like that and fucking make my own beer. And then I'd throw
And
me.
You'd end up just making fucking like moonshine or something because you want to get fucked up quicker.
You know it'd be better. Let's throw some cocaine in this motherfucker. It'd be good.
It's the cocaine of beer.
Dude, this
It's
drink makes me feel.
coca
This drink makes me feel really fast. I don't know why.
Let's go. All things
I
done
feel like
right
I
now,
can get
right
a lot
now,
done
right
right
now.
now. What do you want to do? You guys want to go out? Let's go. Come on.
Want to
I
go
want
out?
bodies.
Want to stay in?
Neither do I.
Wanna
Let's
do
clean.
both?
You want clean? Let's go clean.
That
Is
reminds
that what Mandy does?
Probably.
That
Dude, if
reminds-
Mandy was on
I
coke,
have been
like,
accused of being on coke before because of the way that I clean and shit.
that
I think I
reminds me
called
of
you a meth head one time whenever we went to go drop the kids off or something.
Stop
Don't
that.
doubt it.
It's that she's getting high on the fucking sponge that
Fumes.
she's playing with. She's,
Well, that and the fucking 3 pots of coffee doesn't
Yeah.
help whenever
Yeah,
she's
that's
doing
true.
that.
That's
not
true.
at all.
that part reminded me of Corky Romano, and if there is no spoiler alerts, Corky Romano is so fucking old. Like if you haven't seen it, you haven't seen it. Get over it. Chris
Probably not
Kattan.
going to.
Chris Kattan is part of a mafia family, and he has to go undercover as.
Isn't he like the fucking
He has
odd
to-
duck or whatever?
Yeah, he's a veterinarian. He's not
Chris
part of
Kattan's
it.
the odd guy?
Yeah.
No shit.
And he has to get some evidence out of FBI to protect his family, and they send him in there because he's the only one they don't have information on. So he goes in as an FBI agent, and they want him to talk
That's how
to.
The Godfather started. Little known fact.
They want him to talk to a bunch of kids, but it's right after he had a brick of cocaine, and the drug dog was trying to take it from him, and it rips apart, and cocaine goes everywhere, and they graphically made Chris Kattan's eyes kind of big, and they did the same thing with the dog because it does Chris Kattan's face, and his eyes get really big, like comically big. And then they do it with the dog, and the dog's eyes get really big, and they're both chattering at each other, and then he has to go talk to a group of kids about being an agent and working for the bureau, and he's like, questions, you do, you don't, you do, you don't, you do, you don't, you do, oh, and then he'll stop, and then the funniest part is like, because he did the whole question, you do, you don't bit again, and then he was like, and he stops and he goes, I'm gonna buy a boat! I fucking love that movie. No one likes that movie, and not a lot of people have heard of it.
The only thing I ever liked Chris Kattan in was Not at the Roxbury.
You didn't like him as Mango?
The mango thing was funny, but the only skit I remember is
Him
with
and Rock.
The Rock, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Where
remember
Rock
him
was
with
his
Garth
dad.
Brooks.
Really?
Yes, that one was good.
Chris Kattan's a jackass.
I love Chris Kattan. I wonder what happened to him. What is he doing now?
Cocaine overdose.
He's
I
gonna
think
buy a boat.
His career had an overdose and fucking died.
Either that or he was smart and took all that money and was like, hey, fuck it, I'm going to go invest shit and sit down and do nothing the rest of my
And
life.
buy a boat.
Yeah. I wonder if he has a boat. I really do.
Dwayne's trying to fuck up my life.
Would
He's
you-
trying to get me to buy a boat. I don't own a house.
Would you have have that much money and not buy a boat?
Absolutely.
Absolutely buy a boat.
I would absolutely not buy a boat. I don't like being on the water.
I want a
You don't
fucking
have to get in
day-
the water.
I'd get a yacht.
You have to touch the water at some point.
No, you don't.
Depends on how big your boat is.
Am I going to have people push the boat into the water while I'm already on the boat?
If you have the kind of money to afford the kind of boat
That's-
I'd buy,
You
valid
you
point.
have
Yeah.
a dock.
Say, a
Get
dock.
on and
Okay.
it goes.
I would have to have enough money to buy like a yacht. Like I'm not getting no fucking.
bullshit fucking
Nah.
dinghy.
Well,
You
no, you
have to
have
have a yacht anyway because you need a cabin to go camping. You definitely have to have a yacht that had a
Yeah,
room.
we were
that
just
you
talking
could
about
sleep
bear
in.
attacks. I don't want to get bit by a fucking shark.
You're not gonna go in the water. You're not gonna get bit by a shark on the boat.
You don't know that?
Yes, I do.
No, you don't, because they have found fucking sharks in goddamn Lake Michigan,
They have bull sharks.
and that is no fucking joke.
I'm not saying that it's a
love
joke.
that.
I'm saying
They can swim up through tributaries.
You're not gonna
That's
sit
what
on
they're
a.
called, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
that lead up. Woo!
I'm gonna edit this part out.
But it's a delta or some shit like that.
The delta is the mouth where it
yeah,
feeds
opens up
into.
into the river.
But
Yeah.
the smaller rivers are the
I
tributaries.
love the
Yes.
fact that his excuse for cabin are bears.
Bears.
In
And
Texas,
no boats.
in fucking
Boats
Texas.
and boats are sharks.
In all fairness, we were talking about going to the ones in Oklahoma. They
I
have
would-
bears
I
up
would-
there.
No.
We went camping
Not
in
one bear.
Oklahoma.
We seen a trash panda. That was about it.
Is that better?
Some deer.
So much
much
worse.
Seen a lot of deer.
Yeah,
I was
and
actually
deer.
talking about fucking wanting
So,
to go up there again.
the
Man.
worst
I really
thing
want to get a
is-
cabin up there.
Possibly deer ticks.
Ew.
That's a motherfucker, though.
Ticks
Yeah.
are a motherfucker Lyme disease, but
Yeah.
there's ways to prevent it.
There are.
I mean,
Stay inside. Don't go.
be near fire.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
In all fairness, that's what we would do, though.
Absolutely. Even if we were in a cabin, you'd be outside 90% of the time because
Yeah.
you
Oh,
know
yeah.
I'm going to drag your ass out there.
Nah.
We'll get
Well, there's
you.
two.
We'll
Nah,
get y'all
bruh.
some chairs that y'all
Nah,
can sit
bruh.
in, so you can be as far away from the dirt as possible.
I would have to be covered in bug spray.
Oh yeah.
I don't care
You're gonna
about.
have to reapply several times.
Yeah.
They have that family stuff that like dries almost like a powder. I love that stuff.
I think it'd be really cool going fucking, not camping, going to a cabin and hanging out for a few fucking days. That'd be awesome. We've talked about it before. Actually, Money brought it up the other day, dude. He was like, dude, I was thinking fucking next summer we could try doing that. 'Cause, you
Why
know,
do it in the summer? That's the hottest fucking time.
during the winter sucks.
Not do it during the winter. Do it during the fall or
During
something.
fall.
Or
Like do it
spring.
for the girls' birthdays or some shit. That would make a lot of sense. Because it's not around any holiday weekend, so it's not going to
But
be
then
super
we can't
packed.
swim in the lake or the river.
I'm not doing it
I was
anyway,
gonna say,
so
you
what
don't
difference
go
does it
swimming
make
in
to
that shit
me?
anyway, so.
I ain't getting bit by no
I
fucking
would
alligators.
okay, if we're gonna do
You're
that,
not-
then I would definitely rather go in the fall
Your fears are
Or
so
around
irrational,
our
dude. It's
birthdays.
fucking hilarious.
No.
or around our birthdays because of the fact that during the spring, that water is cold as shit.
Freezing.
At
Fucking
least
freezing.
after the summer,
Like nuts in
after
your
the
stomach.
heat starts
Fucking
to die
it's
down,
cold.
the water is still warm because it's been so warm.
So it's
But-
like a foot of warm water and then 10 feet of fucking.
We went
freezing
what
water.
was it? 4th of July?
No, that wasn't 4th of July.
It was close.
I think it was like in June or some shit. But anyway.
But man, that water was fucking freezing. Anyway,
But then if you go during the hot times, it sucks because bugs are out, blah blah blah.
Well,
but there are measures
there's
you
so
can
many
take for
people-
bugs anyway.
Yeah, and that more
Ton of
people
fucking
go
people.
Yeah.
in the summer.
That was my
And you
whole
got
thought.
to
Is
do
like,
the
I don't like
fucking
being
teeny
around
bopper fucking
people.
high school bitches.
so
Ugh.
fall is the best time, I think.
It'd be nice. It'd be cool. Should do it for Thanksgiving one year.
Ooh.
That's actually not a bad idea.
That
Not
would be
this
really
year,
cool.
though.
Well,
Not
obviously,
on
yeah.
Thanksgiving though,
'Cause-
like the weekend before,
Yeah,
like we did
because
last
niggas
year.
are strapped this year, son. That shit is not happening.
Right.
Well, no, I didn't even mean that. I just meant
I did.
I meant because it's going to be a holiday weekend and there'll probably be a ton of fucking people.
Yeah, you definitely got.
Even if there's not a ton of people, you're going to pay a higher premium because it's a holiday weekend.
You never know.
No,
Plus you're
I
reserving,
do
like,
because I
months
looked
ahead.
on all the holidays whenever we were looking
Yeah.
initially.
Oh,
and
I didn't
they're
know you
always
looked.
a higher price. For
I didn't know
every
you looked
single
for
holiday.
Thanksgiving.
Even
Me and Bobby were looking for a
Halloween.
wall for different
Thanksgiving
shit,
and
like
Christmas,
random
yeah.
shit.
You know what's
That'd
funny
be cool.
is that used to be our vacation because we were poor, and that was
Camping.
that was like the cheapest thing that my parents could do for all of us to go out, and we used to go a lot. And now it's like, no, that's just too
We
expensive.
can't afford it.
Camping,
Camping isn't
it's
the
not
same as it used to
expensive.
be.
It's the
The startup.
supplies
Yeah.
that are expensive. Other than that, it's like $10 a fucking
How
night.
much did y'all say y'all spent on all that shit? It was a grip.
I'd
I
say
mean,
yeah.
like $300-400.
But I mean, my parents had already invested in getting the tent and the Coleman.
well, shit, that had probably been
burners and
passed
shit
down
like
by
like-
that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the tent we got was like $80, $100, or something like that. And it was a really nice fucking tent. But that was like the most expensive thing.
If it ain't like the fucking Harry Potter tents, I'm not fucking doing it, dude.
It was actually a 2-room tent.
Those tents would be fucking awesome.
Yeah, they
And
were.
it had, I mean, it had a little divider that was made out of tent material. But
Yeah, it's not like an actual wall.
yeah.
When your tents are rocking type deal.
The kids in one, you're in another.
Ew, no.
I didn't even know Mom could make that sound.
Oh,
Like,
God.
son,
I used to go camping when I was little because I was in Albuquerque, so we would go to the
Oh,
mountains.
it'd be nice. Camping
It was
over there.
beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So I mean, if there was like mountains, I would be okay with sleeping outside.
Fuck you.
Why?
The scenery's
There's
different.
more shit out there.
Mountains are colder.
Yeah, I know. I don't know, but after I had Logan, I get hot. Like it's,
She's a fucking space heater now.
I am like I don't sleep with like, especially since our AC's been weird. I don't sleep with a comforter. I'm sleeping with a sheet. I
understand,
can't.
dude.
Ugh.
It's called fat. It sucks.
Yeah, I
You know
know.
what?
Thanks for rubbing that one in, you motherfucker.
Shut up.
Do you know what
No,
one
fuck
of my
you.
favorite reasons to go camping is?
Pussy. Why?
You should know. You bought it for me.
Oh, your hammock.
Because
Hammocks
out
are
here
fucking
we don't have
chilling,
it. We
bro.
don't have enough trees to really put it up.
Hammocks are chilling, man.
Oh,
Chill
That
out,
I would
so
not
far.
at your apartments. I wouldn't put a hammock up if somebody
Oh,
paid
God,
me.
God.
I mean, we don't
Come
have
out
any
there,
trees
they
in-
have a
but
fucking
I mean,
homeless
even like
person or
out
What are
some
you
shit.
doing in
like
my
out
shit?
here.
Get out of my yard.
Even like out here and anywhere, you know, in at a house, I would not. No, I'd be afraid somebody staring at me. But like out whenever you're camping,
They
you're
do that anyway. Don't worry.
As opposed to the woods where people can hide behind trees and stare at
And
you.
murder
then
you.
I don't
Or
know.
be up in trees jerking off onto you.
Ew.
I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know.
You'd know whenever it.
Man,
I
that
would
tree
just
sap fell right in my eye.
No, I would just think
It smells familiar though. Doesn't smell like maple.
It's saltier than I remember.
Shit on me.
I mean,
It
you
is
gotta
cool.
give credit that dude had that kind of volume, make you think it was
Shit.
bird shit.
Oh, God, that sucked.
All right,
It's
so
really
y'all,
cold
y'all
chilling
would,
in a fucking
y'all would
hammock, though.
climb a tree.
Absolutely. To
Men
jerk
are
off on-
disgusting.
To jerk off on some strange woman? Yes.
Men are
Yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah.
I would.
Men are
Fuck
disgusting.
you. You're the ones that deal with us.
Because we have to.
Because you're disgusting.
I'm about to say, who's more disgusting, the guys that admit it or the girls that act like they're not?
Yeah.
This isn't about the women. This is
That's
about the men.
what the fuck
That
I
doesn't
thought.
make us disgusting. That means that we love y'all so much that we accept you for the
Bullshit.
nasty
Shit.
motherfuckers that y'all are.
Bullshit. Y'all are both fucked up degenerates.
I'll call a woman out for
What?
fucking low self-esteem in a heartbeat, dude.
I'm not that bad.
You're pretty fucked up, bro.
Yeah.
Not that bad.
Yeah.
No.
Nummy.
Shut the fuck up. Are you kidding me? As far as what?
Neither one of us are going into detail,
I
but
can't. I'm just saying. So,
Thank you for not.
so at work,
Just
you know,
throwing
we
that
do,
out there.
I basically have a halo.
I'm a
That's-
virgin.
no, that's a fucking neck brace to fucking choke you while he's getting it.
That's coming your hair, honey. That's what that is.
That's what that glow is.
You can say that on the fucking thing. It's
Can you
not
grab
a
me
big
another one,
deal.
please? So we were talking about at work. I told you we do the culture thing for the day. Blah blah
Yeah.
blah. And we're doing. I get there late, so they read it to me, and they're like, "Never ask somebody to do something you're not willing to do yourself." And I was like, "That's bullshit." They're like, "Why?" I was like, "No, that doesn't fucking add up at all."
I ask
You
my
know,
wife
you
to
know
kick
where
me
I'm
in
going
the
with
ass
this.
all the time.
So I was like, "Dude, there's shit my wife does that I would never fucking do," and they just look at me and they're like,
Okay, yeah, you're
I'll
right.
leave it at that. Suspense break, you know, one of the dudes break out. He's like, "Dude, I'm not putting dick in my mouth." I was like, I'm fucking telling you, this kid gets it. Dog. I'm just saying.
You understand now.
It's not fucking happening, dude. I'm sorry.
Oh, I do apologize for my coughing off and on.
Nobody's
Whatever.
gonna hear it.
Just make it sure. I mean,
the most part.
if they hear me you know, fucking allergies or whatever the hell, congestion bullshit this is. It's getting old.
We should
That's
do more
what it
anal.
is. I don't think anal's gonna fix
It
my
helps you.
congestion.
It
No.
helps.
No.
It helps.
No.
It does.
No.
Believe me.
No.
I know.
What?
I don't cough at all.
You constantly taking dick in the ass?
Not constantly. Just whenever I'm congested.
Just enough. Enough. You know, they do say that for guys, jerking off actually helps with allergies and stuff like that.
It also helps with heart problems.
With heart problems, everything. Yeah.
But I thought you were saying that it fucks your
It fucks with
body
your
up.
testosterone.
It
If you
does,
jerk
it
off on
does.
a regular basis, you lose more testosterone, and that's why you start doing shit like this.
Oh, that's what's going on with y'all.
Fuck you.
You're jacking off too much.
Don't talk
I
shit.
thought you just got hairy
I've known for
palms.
years that I jerk off too much.
Eating watermelon supposedly helps with your testosterone.
Oh, too
content.
bad you don't like
I
watermelon.
hate fucking watermelons. They're gross. They
No,
are.
they're not.
So
Yes, they are. Because I'm
you
not.
may go bald.
I don't think there's a May involved in that.
He's getting
I
there.
was thinking about it the other day, dude. I was like, man, I wonder what the fuck I'd look like if I just shaved my fucking head, like, skin razor all the way down.
Weird.
Do you have a
It'd look
lumpy
fucking
head?
insane.
He does
I
have a
probably
lumpy
do.
head.
It's like square, like box head. So, like,
See, I'm not worried about
it's like Frankenstein.
shaving
fucking
my
shit.
head necessarily.
Well, no, because we did a
No, I'm worried about the
closed
skin
buzz.
tone. That's the thing that I'm not
You
fucking
better get your
looking
ass out in
forward
the
to.
sun. Be like, hey.
My ass isn't the
With
problem.
You're-
his office job, like. he
I
has
mean,
no
when
time
he's
to-
home on
It's
the
just like
weekend.
typing,
Really?
sitting with his head pointed towards the fucking window.
Like a
Getting
house
more
I do
plant.
actually sit by a window, but the sun doesn't come to it.
Okay, so you were outside with smoking a cigarette for like 5 minutes and was like, I need to go inside.
Not because
She
of the
was.
sun. Not because
No,
of the
I know.
sun. Because of the mosquitoes.
Oh, well.
Had nothing to do with the sun. I don't mind being in
I'm
the
about
sun.
to say,
But you
Sun
don't,
wasn't
you
It's
even
the
don't like the
mosquitoes.
heat. You don't like the heat.
Excuse me.
I don't mind this.
You're like a
Excuse
bug
me.
zapper without the
You do
zap.
go out more often.
Yeah, they just.
Because your bright ass just kind of brings them in,
Yeah.
but you can't do anything
That's why I
about it.
always make sure if I go outside, she's with me. I mean, I don't get bit that often though.
I do.
I really don't. I got bit in the back of my leg while I was talking shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, it would be on the palest fucking part of me.
There's a
Motherfuckers.
cortisone cream.
Hydrocodone.
Hydrocodone.
Wait, hold
There's
up.
hydrocodone
That's a
cream.
game
Cortisone
changer.
cream for 88 cents up at Walmart.
That's a
That
different
helps to
conversation.
take away the
completely.
itch and sting from
I
bites.
just don't like getting bit.
No, nobody does.
None of you guys
You
get
like
bit
getting-
like I do. Different
Don't
kind of
fuck
bit,
around,
Gabriel.
Don't fuck
That
around.
biting's different.
That biting's different.
That's
Those
a
aren't-
good bite.
Those aren't small
She's
bites.
still got teeth
motherfucker.
marks on her. No.
Oh, my ass.
That's
She
a
does.
sensitive.
No,
hey, that's
I
a
didn't
sensitive
bite you
area.
last time.
Sometimes that bitch looks like she got attacked by a tiger shark, dude. I'm telling you. It's like fucking bite marks everywhere.
He does have a gigantic mouth.
It does.
That's why Jimmy likes him.
And very sharp teeth, too.
I fucked up doing that one time with her because I got that one motherfucker, and I'll always catch her with it.
Fucking canine.
Man.
Yeah, my
That's,
canine's
She's
pretty
pretty
that
sharp.
is one reason why I think he'd be a lion.
Who?
You.
Because he
Why?
bites.
Oh. Does it bite the back of your neck while I'm fucking you? They do that. They do that. It's a fact. Watch them.
He was like, I know I do
It
it.
makes bitches more submissive. I'm just saying. 50 no's and a yes.
God.
It's still a yes.
It's fucking terrible.
Please edit that.
I'm not.
Absolutely not.
No.
I'm not tall enough to bite you on the back of your.
That's not true.
I kind of am. All right. Not on the back of your neck. Maybe your shoulder. That's where
No,
you're at.
because
Yeah,
you're
'cause I
not
have
you're
a-
not standing up. I mean, it's
I have a
usually the
squatty
dog,
ass
and then you
torso.
pull.
Yeah.
But if you pull back and like the arm,
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
it could work.
It's kind of like that, and then it's like, and she does that weird fucking like you're, fucking like
Oh,
you oh,
I wish we had video for this. That was so goddamn funny.
No.
like you're slow poke riding a horse or some shit. Like, it's funny. I love the expressions fucking women make. It's great.
Look at her face.
The defeated look is my favorite. I think we were talking about that one day where they just like your doggy like, and they just kind of give up and lay their face on the pillow. They're just like,
No, no, it is.
Then our face ends up looking like that little boy who was rolling his face up in the window.
that shit's hilarious to me, dude. I love that. Makes me feel good about myself. It's like this dickin' just made a motherfucker give up. Like she can't hold it no more.
feel like we need to segue into a different conversation.
Well, it's not like
We are.
okay, now is it the dickin' or is it the coming?
It's a
Both.
little common.
Well, I mean, I guess the dickin's causing the coming, but I think it's more that.
It's pronounced cumin.
Cumin. It's cumin.
It's cumin.
You
Don't
want some
say it
more?
like that.
You
You
said
want-
come in!
You want some more coming?
I always think of that fucking.
That's a funny
Oh,
fucking skit,
God.
dude. That is
Story.
such a funny
Sorry.
skit. I'm surprised you remembered it. I really am, because
She doesn't even know what the fuck you're talking about. She just said it.
I've seen
No,
it
she knows.
twice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she knows.
I've
It's
seen
just
it
Twice?
twice now, yes.
I've seen it like 50 times, and that's why I remember it.
Yeah.
No, I saw it once with him and then once with y'all.
Oh yeah, he was at work that time. I forgot.
Oh, that was still funny though.
That was funny.
you know
Anyway,
it goes really good on eggs.
Yeah, see, I have
Some
memory
coming.
Tony
sometimes.
Satchery.
Some coming.
where? There, I don't see it. Oh yeah, they're right next to the coming.
What's the name of that
All right.
comedian?
I don't
so we
know.
can let people know.
Oh, hold on.
I can't remember his name. I've seen him a few times in a few different
Sean
things.
Patton.
Is it Sean
Is
Patton?
it Sean Patton, the one with the teeth?
I
The one with
think.
He has teeth?
The one with
He
the-
has
Well,
teeth.
no, he's got those fucking crazy teeth.
Yeah, he's got
like,
weird-
They're not
He's
like
got those
fucked up,
canines.
but
He's
yeah.
got eyes.
Like weird piranha
does.
teeth.
The teeth have
No
eyes.
shit. The teeth have eyes.
They
That
look
sounds
they
like
have
a
their own
fucking.
personality. Speaking of stupid shit that she's gonna start watching, have you heard of that TV show, The Hills?
Okay, hold on. I have to give you a little backstory
Oh
on
my
it.
god,
I don't watch
Look
it.
what you did.
I'm gonna.
I'm
regret
gonna
it.
I'm gonna make it short because no one else watches this. Okay, in the I don't even. It wasn't even the late '90s, so it'd have been
It was in the
early
heyday of MTV whenever they were doing the reality bullshit.
like the beginning of it. So it was
Ah, gross.
early 2000s.
But this is not reality
They started a show called Laguna Beach, and it's a bunch of rich
TV.
teenagers.
Those affluent cunts.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to say that word.
Cunts.
They are cunts.
Fucking cunts.
I've seen previews of the show. They're all pretty much twats and cunts.
So once they graduate high school and venture out into adulthood, quote unquote, they made a continuation of that show called The Hills, and they were living in
The hills.
the
Beverly
hills in in
The hills of Kentucky. No.
No.
Not even close.
Diametrically opposed.
And then that show ended. Oh God, about 10 years ago, maybe.
Not soon enough is what you're saying.
And
no,
then
she likes the shit.
I do. I don't watch a lot of reality TV shows. I just don't.
It's
watch.
not reality TV.
Well,
it's scripted reality.
so is wrestling.
Yeah,
You
but I'm
bite
not
your
trying
fucking
to act
tongue.
like it's reality
All right,
TV.
Well,
so is Jersey Shore. Robert.
Okay, yeah.
You fist pumping motherfucker.
I'm gonna take a
that
sip
was
of my
different.
beer.
I wasn't
That
trying
was
to act
different.
like it was reality TV.
I know, we
I
all-
liked watching it for the train wreck. It's the same reason
No.
we watched
What's
Jerry
that-
Springer
What
or
was
Cheers.
that dude's name on that show? The guy.
Which one?
The ab guy.
The Situation.
There
Like
you
the
go.
situation,
There you go.
yeah.
Well, no.
I
When I
watched it
say
for the
Snooki.
situation.
when I say
Nah, nah.
That one guy.
Fuck you. I was a Vinny dude. I like Vinny and Paulie.
oh,
I don't know
Vinny.
any of these motherfuckers.
Vinny was my favorite. I loved Vinny.
You mean there's a Guido named Vinny out there?
There is.
No shit.
Holy shit.
And one named Paulie.
There is.
I don't think he was actually Italian though.
Sounds like a
Like one of
Goodfellas
them I
movie.
remember wasn't actually Italian. And I was like, well, why the fuck are you on this show?
Because they're still from
I
Jersey.
think.
Yeah.
Jersey Shore.
No,
You know,
I think it was
Shore.
Paulie. He wasn't even from Jersey. He lived in fucking like New York or some shit.
Staten Island.
Staten Island. But
I
he's
don't know.
right across the river from Jersey, so
Well, and
he's
when I
just as much of a douchebag.
and when I say
Absolutely.
reality
He
TV,
became an EDM DJ. Sorry.
when I say reality TV, we all know it's scripted. We all know it's bullshit. So
Ratings are involved.
yeah. So it's not actual reality TV. I understand that. I'm not dumb, but so I don't watch a lot of shows like that.
I was waiting for you to fucking hit me.
This is why no one likes you. Anyway,
That's not why.
but they're doing. Yeah, there's a lot of reasons.
Fuck you.
But they're doing a reboot of The Hills. It's New Beginnings.
Some shit like that.
So
We were watching shit on cable for once, and the fucking shit popped up. Oh, it was whenever we were watching that wrestlers thing that I was telling you about. Some of the commercials were for that.
side note, comedian is Sean Patton. Anyway,
There we go.
so yes, I will be watching that, and I don't give a shit what anybody says.
You know what
Enjoy
I
yourself.
love the
I will.
most about this conversation?
that we got off the sex talk
They
where
should
he
say
was
there's
talking
a lot
about
of
the
reasons
fact-
not like
violating you
me.
in Hollywood.
No, the fact that we start talking about that comedian, you say the teeth have eyes, which led you to the hills have eyes,
which led me
you to the
yes.
hills, which started this whole conversation.
That's how we work.
Yeah.
Which
Caught the mouse that caught the bird and stuff.
The frog on a log. And the
Yeah,
frog
there you go.
Whatever the fuck. I don't even remember.
down in
how
the
they
middle
go.
of the sea or whatever the hell it is.
That's the way
I
most
don't
of our
know why she
conversations go.
swallowed the fly. I guess
There.
she'll die.
Yes.
She probably
the,
should.
the old lady who swallowed a fly. God damn, I forgot about that.
I don't know that.
You don't?
I don't.
There's
Everybody's heard that.
yeah.
I
She
thought.
the old woman swallowed the fly. Then she swallowed a spider to eat the fly. Then she swallowed a cat. To
No.
Or,
Because she swallowed the cat to eat the rat that ate the something else.
okay, so a rat to eat the
Is this
spider.
a nursery rhyme from childhood?
Yes. You've
Alright.
never heard. Hold
I
on.
guess she'll die.
I've never heard that shit.
Oh my god, yeah. Like looking back at
Was it
shit
our
we
childhood?
yeah, it was
Kind
like
of dark.
oh yeah, like bring around the
fucking- I was gonna say,
posies
Bring around the rosies.
or
Bring
yeah,
around
bring
the
around the
posies.
Pocket
rosies.
full of
Or-
roses.
yeah,
Pocket
there you
full. That's about the
Ashes,
plague.
ashes
yeah.
is gonna fall
Plague.
down.
That
Like-
is about the plague. A lot of people didn't realize that for the longest. London Bridge is falling down. That's another fucked
That
up
one's
one.
pretty fucked up if you really pay attention to it.
But there are a lot of funny things that were brought up in our childhood that are kind of dark. I mean, they fucking fed us candy cigarettes. And then
wondered why we
became
developed smoking
smokers.
habits.
I'd fucking pack my
Oh my
candy
God.
cigarettes.
So I love my dad, but I grew
Really?
up with nothing but smokers, and every time my dad would take me to the store with him to buy a pack of cigarettes, he would buy me a pack of candy cigarettes.
That's kind of sweet and fucked up at the same time.
It is, but
But you're not
he
thinking about
was,
it at the
he
time.
was super
Yeah, I'm
pissed
just
off
getting her
whenever he
candy, so-
found out that I was smoking, and then decided he was gonna try to fix me the same way his family fixed him, which obviously didn't work because he still smokes. But
2-pack a day
we're
habit
gonna
type
have a
motherfucker.
smoking party, and that basically
I've had
just
some of those.
increased that.
Different parties.
Yeah.
He
Lemon
handed
parties?
us. He handed me a pack of cigarettes and said, "You're gonna smoke all of these," which basically just increased the amount of nicotine that I needed to have per day. So it didn't work at all.
It had the opposite
Don't
effect.
ever do that to your kids if you.
See, my dad didn't do that shit. He was like, buy your own fucking cigarettes.
Stop stealing my shit.
Okay.
Alright?
Okay, so going back to the old woman who swallowed a fly, it says it starts off with there was an old lady who swallowed a fly. I don't know why she swallowed the fly. Perhaps she'll die.
Yeah.
This is how this motherfucker starts.
Okay.
Okay. Then she swallowed a spider who wiggled
Who sat
and
down
wiggled and
beside her.
tickled
Tickled
inside
inside
her.
her. I was thinking about that, but I didn't know how that fit in.
She swallowed the spider to catch the fly, and then of course at the end of each little segment, it's I don't know why she swallowed the fly. Perhaps she'll die. So you're reminded that this old woman is swallowing a bunch of bullshit and is going to die.
Sounds like a trooper.
And then she
Good.
swallows a bird to eat the spider that
Who
ate the
wiggled
fly.
and jiggled and
Yes.
something
And then
inside
she
her.
ate a cat that to eat the bird that ate the spider to eat the
Oh, I thought
fly.
it was a rat.
And then she swallowed a dog to swallow the cat.
Teeth,
To,
that ate
to,
the bird.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then a goat to get the dog.
All right.
And then
And
a cow.
partridge in a pear
And then
tree.
a
How
cow
the fuck
swallowed-
is a goat supposed to fend off a dog? I'm just saying.
And then
Horns?
this.
I don't know.
Like,
I
You
would
get,
think
you get
dog
dogs
catcher.
to fucking protect fucking goats.
Okay,
I think dog catcher.
so it goes.
But not from other goats.
Yeah, no. So it goes swallowed a cow to catch the goat, to catch the dog, to catch the cat, to catch the bird, to catch the spider, to catch the fly. So she's swallowed a small farm.
zoo.
And this is
you will.
Point.
and this is how it ends. There was an old lady who swallowed a horse. She's dead, of course. Because the cow and the fucking goat and dog and cat and bird, that shit didn't kill her, obviously.
That wasn't a horse, it was a black dude's dick.
Mandingos.
I can make anything gay.
Just watch.
But yeah, a lot of shit that we listened to or watched or like the candy cigarette, like it's all fucked up. And then they wondered why we ended up as fucked up as we are.
They used
I
to
don't
think
get
it was
it.
funny whenever we would take sips of alcohol too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, to watch the
yeah.
look on our face?
Yeah.
Yeah, because what your dad did with cigarettes, my mom did with alcohol. My 16th birthday party, I was hammered. Like, she had vodka and a line throughout the kitchen, because we lived in a 2-bedroom apartment, so the kitchen was in between, was like the center of the apartment. So there was a line that went from the kitchen sink out into the living room for shots of vodka. And my bathtub became a cooler.
Talking about your birthday again?
Yeah, because, talking about, like, what her dad did with cigarettes, my mom, that was her end goal, was to make me feel like
keep you from
absolute...
drinking?
Yeah, to, make me feel like shit and have a hangover and not want to do that.
It
No.
just increases your tolerance.
Yeah, it does.
That party was so dope. I forgot everything.
I did.
Because
I was-
how many people have said, I am never drinking again?
Drank the next weekend or the next day.
Next day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same day.
Sometimes,
Hair of the dog. You gotta
I was
fucking
fixing to say,
soak it up.
sometimes hair of the dog.
I've never understood that term.
I have no idea.
Where the fuck does that come from?
I have no.
Because apparently
clue.
dogs get you drunk.
But I was thinking, like, upbringing, when I was gone for a second, I was thinking upbringing in the 70s and 80s and early 90s even was a lot fucking different than it is now. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So, by our standards, you catch the kids fucking drinking, what do you do?
Make
Back
it-
then,
No, I'm saying now, 16-year-old kid fucking drinking, what are you going to do?
Whoop
Well,
their ass.
We catch Chris drinking
Whoop
next year.
his ass.
Would you really, or would you be understanding about it?
I would be understanding because I started
I was
drinking.
about to say,
Yeah.
like,
When I was, like,
we,
13.
the four of
Yeah.
us specifically cannot judge with that
That's
shit.
what I'm saying.
Well,
so,
the thing
like,
is that
you
had
don't
it
want them to
different,
do it
Robert,
because you want better for them.
in the fact that, Grandpa tried to give you a safe space. So
And
you had a
I
different...
don't think he wanted to initially. I think
It
that
just kind of became.
the shit happened, so he was
Right.
like,
And he knew it was
we need to
going to
reevaluate
happen.
this shit.
That's what Mom did. I mean,
But I
she
think it
realized I was
he
going to
knew
do
it was
it
going
anyway.
to happen, so he'd rather you be safe.
And that's what my mom ended up doing.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I mean, she didn't take the best approach initially, but when it came to other things, especially because my mom has an addict background, alcoholic, actual hard drugs. Weed isn't a drug. Fuck it.
Black dudes.
No. Well, yeah.
I'm gonna edit
Yeah.
that part out.
Bless you. But and this is how we are with the kids. If you have any questions, if you have any wants to try something, I always
Within reason.
yeah.
No,
I
you
always
would not let them do meth or anything like that.
no. But if they have
As
questions,
long as
about-
you're responsible.
no. But
Still have to brush your teeth and go to sleep.
Bathe.
And
you
call
know.
your mom.
Call your mom.
But, I knew that if I wouldn't be judged or looked down on if I had done something or asked her to do something or had
Yeah.
questions about something. And if I wanted to drink or do something there, because I did, take ecstasy a few times and she did know that I did it. And her thing was...
The
And
best
it's-
way to do it.
No. And it's kind of like what we tell the kids now. Our friends were stupid.
Yeah.
Just like their friends are stupid. Because a bunch of people the same age can't look after each other in the same capacity. So,
If you're gonna be stupid
well,
and
no,
do it,
that-
at
that's
least
not-
do it in a safe way.
Okay,
to
the
where
people
you can get that curiosity out of your
Yeah.
system, but I
With
can
the
make
exception
sure
of
that
the
you're safe.
one time, every time he was fucked around or fucked up, I looked out for him in a safe way. Even though I was fucked up for the most part.
yeah, well,
It's
not
still
everybody's
Except for
like
the time
that,
he
though.
tried to
Not a
kill
safe
me.
way.
It wasn't.
But
fucking,
it's-
it was Tylenol. It wouldn't have killed you.
Yeah, but at the same time, not everybody's like that.
You're not.
More
No,
more often
that's what I'm
than
saying.
not.
Like,
Tylenol
I think
on
with
top of excessive liver
the
damage.
three of us being me,
So
Mandy,
does
and
alcohol.
Gabriel, we all had
That's the excessive liver
like we
damage.
can remember like one or two people that would give us the correct information and try to help us in those situations. Like if you're gonna do this, look out for blah 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 blah. This is gonna react thusly, blah 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 blah, and shit like that. Because I know you did because you told me what was it, Brad? I think
Oh yeah.
that
Oh,
he
yeah.
was like that with you. And I mean, I've fucking known Gabriel
But
my entire fucking
Think
life.
about
basically.
this generation. How many of those people seek out people with the correct information as opposed to the
Instead of
information they want.
Kind of
How many of those people actually have the information and aren't just full of shit?
There are
And
actually
are lying.
There have
Yeah.
always been people who they just want to find the people who will give them the information that allows them to do the shit that they want.
Well, see, sometimes I
That's-
just didn't
that's
care. They were
always
like, "Oh, this is
been a
fucking Oxy. Okay, just take it. What does it do? I don't know. Okay."
Oh my god, I asked like 50 questions before I ever took, because I had a really bad headache one time to the point where the sunlight, I couldn't, like, it was giving me, I couldn't see straight. So,
Acid?
the girl, no,
Yeah.
the girl that
This
I
is
was
before the
with,
drugs.
she only had narcotics. So all she had was Vicodin.
Moist.
Shit.
And I had to ask her like 50 questions before I would take one. Because I was so
Like you should.
I was so terrified because of my friend Bradley that anything I took was gonna kill me. Because I knew all these different things, what they would do inside your body and out, and you know, if you were allergic and everything. So I was terrified, but not
I probably
everybody's
should
like
have
that.
had that fear in me at some point.
Well, because
That's just a crapshoot. Fuck it. Let's see what this does.
Like, oh, those are a bunch of pretty colors. Oh,
I knew that
Nom 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 nom.
when it came to painkillers, I was like, fuck it, whatever.
Yeah.
But
They kill pain. That's what they do. That's,
yeah,
that's
they
what
kill.
they're there for.
It's in the name. Pain.
There's
My life
pain.
is pain.
There's pain.
Let's
Emotional.
take this.
I've been called a pain. This is going to work out really well.
Woohoo! Yeah, but
So and so's a pain in my ass.
when it
I
came
think
to
she's
like,
talking about you.
Then I woke up with a pain in my ass, and I didn't know why.
but that's how I was with any. Like, I only took ecstasy 4 times, and I got violently sick. I threw up every time, but I got really sick like the last 2 times, and because in my head, growing up with an addict, I thought everything was gonna kill me. I thought everything was gonna be bad, like hard drugs. Which I mean, I shouldn't have done the drugs anyway, but.
Nah.
But so I think that deterred me from doing a lot because I've never done cocaine, I've never done meth, I've never done
What?
I've
What I
never.
find the funniest.
You haven't really lived.
Well,
You've never
ecstasy,
done meth?
ecstasy is the hardest thing I've done.
But you look white.
Speed's the
You've
hardest
never
thing
done
you've done.
No speed.
No speed, no ice, no nothing.
Wow.
I've never taken a hallucinogen. I've never done
Chances
mushrooms.
are you took speed or heroin whenever you took
No,
ecstasy.
yeah,
Well,
you
that's part-
definitely took speed.
That's part of
Yeah.
methamphetamine is part of ecstasy. That's MDMA. That's what the MA is.
That's what I'm saying. So technically, yes.
I
you
haven't
have.
done it by itself. I've never smoked meth. I've never shot anything. There was
I've
one
never
time.
shot anything.
There was one time I
A lot
one
of
of
liquor.
one
A lot of Jaeger.
oh yeah, outside of alcohol shots, that's different. But there was one time where both of the tubes to my kidneys were infected, and they put an IV in me to give me antibiotics, and they without telling me, they just thought, oh well, we got a vein open, let's give her some painkillers in my veins.
In my veins.
I started freaking out. Like, I did not like that shit. Mm-mm. Not that I ever wanted to shoot anything up
Did you get
anyway.
like itchy and shit?
It felt like there was something in my body. Like, and I know that sounds weird because yes, they did just shoot fucking painkillers,
I
but
think
I felt
that's
like
where
I couldn't.
that paranoia comes
It's
from.
the
Like
mindfuck.
I got fucking mites.
It's
and
the
shit.
mindfuck. Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was
Morphine
horrible.
makes you feel, because that's the only thing I've ever had shot up inside of me, and it wasn't willingly. I was in the fucking hospital, but that shit makes you feel like it's a fucking nightmare, dude. I slept for 6 hours, wake up for 20 minutes, freak the fuck out, go back to sleep because you don't have a choice, and then have violent nightmares. Like, I don't understand why anyone would want to do
willingly,
that shit
yeah.
willingly. Yeah, most of my things were natural, except for the shit that I did that wasn't natural.
Except for.
Which kind of makes sense.
Except for what wasn't.
Pills and acid and whatnot. I was always partial to shrooms and weed. You know what I mean? But
Well, you are kind of a hippie in that way.
I'd
What I
rather
think
take
is-
something that's naturally grown, like mescaline, than fucking acid.
The side effects
You know
are
what I mean?
drastically reduced.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I was telling Nisha, the one only time I ever took ecstasy was mescaline based, and I felt like fucking spirit journey, dude. Like dehydrated. I was like, oh my god, like I couldn't drink enough water or orange juice. Like, I just couldn't, like, fucking jugs of the shit. Went to Walmart, which is not a good fucking idea while you're tripping.
It's not a good idea on anything for the most
Went
part.
to the neighborhood Walmart, dude. I remember staring at the fucking... My homeboy told me I was staring at the freezer section for, like, fucking 20 minutes before someone finally, like, hey, come on, let's go.
Like, oh, yeah.
And I know my fat ass was looking at the frozen pies. Because I know me.
Probably.
It's just the way it is. It's like, oh, some cobbler sounds good.
Maybe ice cream.
Chances are maybe ice cream. But
Just don't lick it. Whatever you do, don't lick it.
oh, you fucking assholes.
Then you end up in federal prison.
For real?
They're trying to charge them on like...
They should be charged, fucking assholes.
I don't know if it's federal, but whatever. Because, well, I guess it would be because...
It's an act of terrorism. You don't fuck with people's blue bells.
Biological
not
warfare.
But it's biological warfare.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think
Yeah,
of
because
it.
you don't know what
I was
it
trying to
would
be funny.
Whatever
No,
the fuck
it
you
would
have.
be. It
Yeah.
would be like a federal...
I don't know what you have, you dirty motherfucker.
I mean,
You
it
know.
probably won't stick like that, but it could be an act of terrorism.
And
What happened-
after all that shit that happened, years back with Bluebell, where
With
they
the
had to shut
listeria
down.
Hysteria.
and shit.
Oh, that
And-
was heartbreaking.
So
Yeah,
to
it was.
do that to Bluebell,
It's like, you motherfuckers, we've suffered enough!
Thou shalt not kill a Texan with bluebell.
You sons of bitches. Because I want my homemade vanilla.
Right?
Fucking Kaylee, dude.
The fuck did she say?
I don't know.
no
I
idea.
worry about those kids, man. I really do.
I really
truly
do. Sometimes.
I think to myself, what the fuck? Look at this.
what'd
creepy
you
mother-
say?
What are you talking about?
Why does your hair look greasy?
Because she hasn't showered in like a week.
She just comes out showing us her teeth and
Disappears.
just walks away.
What was that? The wind.
Kaylee.
It's not the wind. But yeah, like, but people doing shit like that, because after the ice cream thing, I saw something that another person is being charged along the same lines because they were fucking licking the tongue depressors.
I've seen something about that.
And the mom got charged because it was a child who
Yep.
did it.
Oh
but the
my
mom was
God.
fucking videotape or recording it on her phone.
She thought it was.
She thought it was funny.
Did she buy them?
No, I think it was at a doctor's office.
Oh.
And whenever you're waiting, they just stick them back in.
Yeah,
fucking-
they do.
Okay, so I want to say that I've worked at a doctor's office.
They're
There
gross.
has only there has only been one time that I've ever witnessed anything like that. There was a woman who was taking out the
The funnels for the ear things?
yeah,
For the temperature things?
part of the speculum where they look into the ears and the nose
Speculation.
and shit like that.
Yeah.
Okay, well they have them hanging on the wall, and
Yeah.
she was taking them out one by one and either sticking them in her ear or licking them and shit like that.
Was she
The
throwing them
girl-
away or was she?
She
Bring
was
it back.
throwing them on the floor because she had mental problems.
Alright, that's different.
So, I'm just saying, you go to a doctor's office and do shit like that, it makes you seem like you have mental problems.
And recording your child doing something
The
like
only acceptable reason for you going to the doctor's office and doing some shit like that is because you have
that. Mental
problems.
issues.
So,
Yes.
just want to throw that in there.
Yeah, it's gross because when you're at a doctor's office, that means there's something probably wrong with you. Even if you're in for a checkup, there's always a possibility that you have something or like a virus or bacteria.
And kids are
And then-
fucking gross to begin with.
Yes,
Yes.
kids are awful. They're gross.
Why are you looking at me like I don't know?
I was trying to talk to the room.
I got 4 of them motherfuckers.
Rude.
I
Making
know
eye-
they're fucking disgusting.
I'm making eye contact with everyone. I'm not being rude.
They are fucking gross.
But yeah, they're gross.
Little drunk people. They're
Yes.
fucking nasty, dude. I love them. They're fucking. Alright, earlier this weekend, once again, we're sitting there watching TV, and I look over at the boy, and he's like knuckle deep, fucking picking his nose.
All the time.
Just sitting there.
You would not. Okay.
I'm like, dude, go wash your fucking hands.
when
What?
school before school, like the whole past school year, he was the last one we picked up. So that means he usually sat in the front seat, or sometimes sat in the front seat, especially when Kaylee had rehearsals. Just fucking digging, and it's like, dude, in my car,
Pick me a winner.
in my car. It's like,
fucking
dude,
gross.
knock it off. And there's zero embarrassment. There's
Yeah.
zero fucks given, and he's just like, oh, man. It's like, motherfucker, you dirty ass.
Only I could pick my nose in the car and wipe it on everything.
It's my car.
It's my car.
Who gives a shit? Not
That
me.
shit's gross, dude. I honestly, like, your thing with farting, I don't pick my nose. I will not.
I fucking do.
hate
I ain't
picking
gonna
my
lie.
nose. Like, I won't do it. If
You
I
get
do,
that fucking
it's
one good
with a
one and
napkin
you
and
feel
it's
it
like
come out from
or
your
a paper
brain and
towel or
shit.
Yeah, but
toilet
you don't
paper.
have like an embarrassment issue. I have like stage fright when it comes to my farts. Like, I can't.
She did it. The only time she's ever. No, you did it one time outside of that. But the only time she ever really farted was while she was pregnant with Logan.
And that
And
is
she
just
immediately started crying.
crying. And there was one time after or one time before that is like when you pop. I was on the floor and you popped my back or something like that. Or you did it. Well, I don't know. I think
And then
it was.
she did, and then
So-
I laughed, and she was like, "Oh my god!"
And I cry. I cry.
Over a
At
fart.
farting. Me. I don't care if anybody else farts. I don't care.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't know.
No,
I don't
you care.
know.
You care whenever I
Neither
do
do
it.
That's because you try to gas me out. And one of your goals is to make me vomit from one of your farts. Like, that's bothersome.
How is that bothersome? That sounds like a fucking accomplishment.
No. For you, maybe that is not an accomplishment for
Well, so
me.
on your side, it's kind of impressive. On her side, it's pretty fucking gross.
Pretty fucking gross. That's all the gross.
It's all
All
gross.
of the
All
gross.
the gross.
Like, I don't want to vomit because of your gas.
My shining
And you-
accomplishment thus far, though, is whenever I locked the windows and ripped ass and nobody heard it, and then it hit all of y'all at different times.
Yeah, and then we couldn't roll down the windows.
Yeah.
In the Suburban. Like, that was impressive.
Third row got it. I was proud of myself.
That,
Fucked up.
it was horrible.
I never got to do that, and like I felt like a real dad at that point. It was like, yes.
It was.
It's a fart game. Oh, baby, you rotten. I didn't. I want a divorce.
What did we eat?
I
Because
hear
it was
Eddie
something
Murphy.
bad too. Because it was one of them hot ones.
It.
It was a
You
hot
know,
one.
you know it
You know what I'm
burned.
talking
You
about.
know it burned his asshole because it burned our noses. That's how bad it was. It wasn't even like hard-boiled egg farts. Like it was.
hard-boiled egg farts.
It's like that fucking spicy ass,
Oh man, there was some kick to
some
it.
bad Mexican.
Like that has some cayenne, some cumin, and
Coming in it.
there was no coming.
There's coming in that one.
like it was
You
bad.
got pleasure.
That's true. That is true. It felt really, really good.
We pride ourselves on having a very highbrow show, by the way, guys.
Yeah, we're super
We don't
classy.
pander to the lowest common denominator on this
Super
show.
classy.
We're-
Pinky's out, bitch.
That's exactly where I was going with that.
I was just fixing to say, I put my pinky up every time I take a drink of my beer.
And I'm drinking out of aluminum. What?
Put your goddamn pinky down.
Put the fucking pinky down. Too swishy?
No.
I don't know.
Actually, that's perfect. I just never noticed John Wayne
John
walked that
Wick
way.
birthday. Yeah.
Oh, I love that fucking movie.
Yeah, that's a good
I
one.
was watching. All right, so the Spider-Verse movie, Into the Spider-Verse.
We still haven't watched
I know,
that.
I know. I'm telling you right now, dude. At the end, there's a quote by Stan Lee. Stan Lee has a cameo in it.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know that. I actually kind of felt like choked up just a little bit. And I was
That
thinking
means
to
I'm gonna
myself,
cry.
I was thinking to myself, God damn, dude, I'm never going to hear this man's fucking voice again.
In an original piece.
And I've known
Yeah.
that voice since I was a child.
Mm-hmm.
That is so fucking heartbreaking to think that. And then I jumped onto the Robin Williams thing, like, holy shit, he's gone too.
Well, what was it?
Everyone I love is dying.
Yeah, I know. About a week and a half ago, whatever, we watched Aladdin, and I think that was Logan's first time of watching Aladdin.
Oh.
Well,
Yeah,
he's
I
amazing.
did. That's what I said. I was like, I thought he's watched it.
And we
He's-
own it.
And he
But-
was just sitting
He
there
was
watching it
enthralled.
so
You ain't never
intently.
gonna have
It
a
had
friend
to
like
be
me.
the first time he watched it.
He was enthralled, and you guys
And
know
y'all know
Logan
he
doesn't
don't sit.
No.
And he was sit,
Yeah.
and we because Thursdays are family game night, and he wasn't even paying attention to the game. He wanted to watch the movie.
And with
And
how
he was
competitive he is,
enthralled.
that takes a lot to
Yeah.
fucking...
And then watching that, because I think that's the first time we've watched it since Robin Williams died. And
no,
I think I
we
did.
watched it right after he died.
Is that really?
Oh yeah, I think we did watch
We
it. one
watched
after.
it right after.
But then you
You
don't
want to watch
watch
something
it
that
all the time.
fucks you up
Yeah.
when you think about Robin Williams?
What?
Patch Adams.
I don't think I've ever actually
Where
seen
Dreams
that
May
one.
Come.
That
I
one?
will not watch that one.
Or fucking
That one's fucked up.
Good Morning
You've seen
Vietnam.
It though, right?
Yes, I've
Okay.
seen it. That's why I won't watch it again.
Good
Oh.
Morning Vietnam will fuck you up.
I've never
because,
seen that one, and I've never seen what is it, Dead Poets Society?
Yeah, Dead Poet Society is a good
haven't
movie. It is,
I
but
haven't seen that one.
it's just such an iconic voice of our period,
Yes.
of our upbringing, and now it's gone. And it's like, holy shit! Like, oh my god,
That's it.
This man is gone.
Yeah,
it's so sad.
What's your first experience of Robin Williams?
Mork and Mindy.
Fuck
Well,
yeah,
I'm gonna
nanny
say-
nanny.
Mork
Well,
and
no,
Mindy, dude.
mine was Happy
Nano,
Days.
nano.
Oh, he was in
Because-
But
Happy
he
Days.
was still more.
But he was still
he was
Mort.
more
Yeah.
for Mort,
Yeah.
yeah. But that's where I
Yeah.
remember him because he had the fucking striped shirt with the suspenders and shit.
No,
That
it
stuck
was.
out.
It wasn't it a solid shirt
It's a
with the
red
rainbow.
shirt.
Was it solid?
It was a red
It's a
shirt
red
with
solid
I'm
the
thinking that.
the rainbow.
Yes.
Oh,
Suspenders.
okay, that's where I got the stripes from.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely, it's sad to think like the whole Stan Lee thing just got me on this whole fucking downward like, holy shit.
It makes it like
Future
once you're.
generations are not going to know
Yeah.
the amazing.
Once it gets past
Excelsior,
our kids,
dude,
they're
you
not
fucking
gonna
kidding
know.
me?
Yeah.
And that it was.
And I tried to explain that to her. I was like, he used to do a fucking editorial in every single
On
comic
all
book
the-
every
yeah.
month, and he would close out with
Excelsior.
Excelsior True Believers.
Same
Yes.
Same thing with the Iron Man cartoons, the Incredible Hulk cartoons. I think he did it for Fantastic Four. You remember the Saturday night or
Yeah.
Saturday morning cartoons?
Yeah.
He'd like do the narrating for the beginning and end of it, and it's just so fucking sad to think like he's not around anymore.
Yeah, it makes you contemplate your own mortality because
No.
all of your
Okay.
idols.
I never thought to myself I'd get choked up over somebody famous dying because really I can give a fuck.
Yeah. you
But
don't know
this
them
man has
personally.
impacted my life so much to where it's like, damn, like, you're gone, dude.
Mhm.
Like, that's fucked up. It's like, you wrote so many iconic things that I grew up on. And the quote was, you don't have to have a mask to be a superhero. What was it? I'm sorry. Superheroes do the things that need to be done because it's the right thing to do. You don't have to have a mask to be a superhero. We're heroes every day. And it was like Stan Lee, and it's like, oh my god. It's like,
Thank you for killing my
Who was it?
insides.
They're saying that they're talking about casting Keanu Reeves in the MCU. They haven't said for
I've heard
what.
about that.
The fan, like what would you call it? I don't know. The fan casting or whatever has
The
him
fandom bullshit.
taking over Stan Lee's role, but playing a young Stan Lee. And that's why I was just like, it would be a way to include him. And like with the way they're trying to do supposedly the multiverse angle, it's a Stan Lee from a different universe and
Yeah,
that type of shit.
yeah.
So I kind of get that, but I don't know.
There was something I saw on Facebook that had a picture of Tom Holland and a picture of young Stanley.
and they look a
and
lot
they
alike.
look
They do, yeah. They
so
do look
much
a
a
lot
lot.
alike.
It's crazy.
And that was just like, oh, because, you know, it's Spider-Man. And obviously it's Stan Lee.
Yeah.
Like that would be cool if they
And
did.
I liked him more as Spider-Man than I thought I would initially.
See, I like Garfield. I
Garfield
mean,
was good. Tom
fuck,
Holland's great.
growing on me, but I thought Garfield was a really good one.
I don't.
There's
No,
the way
I
he
didn't.
played
I didn't watch those Spider-Man to be honest. I watched them, but I wasn't as
invested in
and
it.
yeah as I thought I'd be.
They were
Oh.
really
Okay,
good.
what's
I've
Stan
always
Lee's
loved.
best creation?
Dude, are you fucking kidding me? Like, there's
That exactly.
so many. The first one you think of initially, the first thought I think of is the whole racism thing is fucking X-Men.
Yeah.
We should all be accepted for who we are because that's what that whole story was. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But then you're talking Fantastic Four, fucking, Spidey, like Incredible Hulk, that's just. And I hear him from Mallrats. It's just fucked up. So is the things,
Dork.
Dork,
made,
is it
all made out
Olive Rock?
Yes.
It's like
Is that a rock cock? Cock rock. Cock rock.
cock rock.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I feel bad for a bitch that gets down with the thing, dude. Or the Incredible Hulk, because he's
Or
gonna
it's ripped
blast
for your
your fucking
pleasure.
head off.
That
Can
would
you imagine
not be
his
fun.
vein? It's like my forearm in his dick.
Oh, that would not be fun.
That's what I'm saying. The Hulk's dick would be like my leg going in a bitch's fucking. That's fucking horrifying.
Instead of like STDs, you get like gamma poisoning.
But my favorite's always been
You're gonna
X-Men.
die from super dicking.
X-Men was fucking awesome just because it touched on so many bases. One of the first things I think of when I think of X-Men is obviously the cartoon we grew up on.
That is still one of the most
It's
iconic.
iconic as shit.
Intros.
The intro song.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Everybody knows that fucking song. Okay, since we're talking about dead people,
Oh,
I have
God.
a hypothetical.
What?
Shut up.
Hold on. My thing was I was going to say why are you doing this to us? Do you remember that episode? When they brought in Stryker and all that bullshit, and they were coming out with the fucking Sentinels in the cartoons. And
Oh, where
Jubilee's
Jubilee
like,
freaked the fuck out.
why are you doing this to us?
Yeah.
Because you were born.
Yeah.
It's like, holy fuck. Because
but see,
there are people
the-
like that. That just
I
hate
think
you
it
because...
would have had more impact. That series was way fucking darker than it should have been for
Amazing,
our
dude.
generation.
It was.
So much darker. But if that had come
But
out
it made you think.
during the fucking civil rights movement, like if that was a cartoon back then, I think it would have had more impact.
It would have.
Because
But the comic books were out
the
during that time
stories were
period.
coming out at that point,
Yeah.
but we saw it in the 90s.
And not too many
because of
people
that.
were reading the comics, in
Yeah.
all honesty, at that time. Unless you had time or fucking money to do it.
Yeah.
Which was funny enough, they're like fucking 15 cents, 20 cents a fucking issue. So fuck you guys.
Yeah, but you were making like $5 on your paycheck.
Meanwhile, I gotta pay fucking $25 for a fucking issue if I want something really special to me.
But yeah, but
To
those
start.
are like the special editions.
To
and shit.
start. Anyway, I'm sorry. What were you saying about the...
Dead people.
Yeah.
Since we were talking
Dead
about
people.
dead people,
Ross Perot. I know.
is he dead?
Yeah.
He died this
He
week, bro.
died
died this
right
week.
before Rip Torn did.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah. And no more little booby ears. If anyone gets that...
His ears are still alive. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
They flew away.
Mom or Dad always says
That
his
those
ears
were his
remind him of
angel
little
wings,
hooters.
and now he's taking off.
You get it?
Married with Children.
Yeah.
Because he was on the cover of. Sorry.
No, go ahead. He was on the cover of what?
Do you remember?
Oh, I don't know.
Do you remember what he was on the cover of?
I don't.
Wasn't it People or some shit?
Some shit like that.
Anyway,
Would you rather know when you were going to die or how?
oh fuck you, dude. We've been watching a lot of Final Destination lately. I don't know, because chances are I'm gonna die in a really fucked up way. More than likely at work. I'm just saying.
I think I'd rather know how.
So you can avoid it.
You're not
Try
gonna,
to
but
avoid
you
it?
can't. That's the
No,
thing.
no,
If you
it's-
know, you can't avoid it.
No, it's not.
You know what I mean?
To
Like-
be able to avoid it, so you can come to terms with, like, at least you know how it's gonna happen.
Why wouldn't you
I-
do
I
that
would-
same thing?
No,
but
I
with
I'd
would
rather-
when?
wanna
I'd rather
when,
know-
because then that day you're constantly
Waiting for the
like,
X.
Yeah, you're just in.
You're
Constant
gonna realize the
anxiety.
axe is gonna fall
It-
when you're doing what you're
It
doing.
would do the same thing if you knew the how, because anytime you were remotely close to that certain situation, you'd be like on edge, and then it's
I don't
happening way
know.
more.
I don't know.
I say I want to
don't
know
think so.
when,
Not
because
to me, anyway. Not the way my brain works.
I want to know when, because a lot of us take shit for granted in the first place, and then at least you can enjoy every fucking day you have
Up until that one.
until. And even then, dude, on that day, you know what? Tell your boss they can suck a dick, or do whatever the fuck you want to do that you've never been able to do, because there are repercussions of it. But that day, I don't have to fucking worry about it, because bitch, I'm not gonna be here tomorrow anyway. So,
Right?
that's the way I think. I don't
I think I would want to know when.
When? What about you, Bobby?
I want to know both. To be completely
You
honest,
can't know both.
Yeah,
Everyone wants
it's
to know
an either
both.
or.
I mean, I guess I would go when, because
You can mark that shit down.
you can mark it down, and it's like you got something to look forward to. I don't mean in a positive way. I just mean like you can look towards that and be like, okay, this is D-Day. And-
I have to.
Yeah.
I have to do all this before.
In my calendar, it'd be like G bites the bullet, November 20, whatever.
And knowing my luck, I'd find out and it'd be like 3 days later that I was gonna fucking kick it. They're like, God damn it, I can't save up money, I can't go traveling, which I probably wouldn't do anyway, but it's not the point.
Traveling, you won't even go fucking camping.
I told her if we got money, I don't know, I think I might have told y'all what I want to do whenever the kids are out of the house and all graduated and shit. Our retirement thing, I want to be seeing every single ballpark in the U.S. Every baseball park, yeah.
That'd be cool.
To go see Fenway, I mean, that'd be fucking amazing. See the Green Monster.
I agree.
I've seen the Royals. I've seen the Orioles in Texas. I think those.
I
are the
have
only
seen
ones I've ever
every Ranger stadium.
seen. Every last one.
That's it.
It's just for kids. Funny enough, they
I've-
were all in the same place.
I've seen the
Across the
Royals.
street from each other.
I've seen the Royal Stadium, but I didn't go to a game there. I just saw the stadium.
I've seen Cal Ripken
Oh
Jr.
no,
play.
I have. See, I drove past the stadium.
Yeah.
I think I drove past that one, and there had to be one other one because it was on the way to Illinois.
Kansas sucks. Wait, that's Missouri. Missouri sucks too.
Does. That's why most people there call it misery.
This is true.
So you said you'd have some would you rathers, dude. Can you tell us?
That was one of them.
That was the
I
first
figured
one.
it was so.
Okay, this one I actually thought was pretty interesting.
No.
No, it's not one of the fucked up ones because I told you there are some fucked up.
I like
ones.
the fucked
This
up
was
ones.
not- This was not as fucked up. Would you?
Don't.
I think this is more fucked up for our group in general, just because of what it entails.
Oh.
Would you never be able to hear music again, or you lose the ability to read?
Oh.
Exactly. See, it's like we all like reading and
Reading
learning shit, and we
yeah,
all
dude.
love
Fuck
music.
it, man. I'd rather take music over reading any fucking day.
Yeah, I would lose
I'd
the
have
ability to
to.
read only for
I'd
the
have
simple
to.
fact that there are now audiobooks.
Ah, smart girl. Smart girl.
See, that's
Okay.
a loophole.
Okay.
It's still
Okay.
it
It's a
is
smart
not
loophole,
reading.
though.
I
Then I'll
can't
choose
read it.
music.
I can't read it.
I can't read it.
I don't know
I
what
can
these
listen to
things
it,
are.
though.
See, I don't know. I think I would go music, honestly.
Well,
as
actually-
much as
You'd
I
lose
love
music?
I think I would lose music.
I think so
I don't
too.
think I could, man.
And-
Only for the simple fact that I don't listen to audiobooks. Like I prefer
See,
reading
I
because
do listen to audiobooks, but just the reading aspect and the audiobook aspect, that's how I've learned so much shit. And I wouldn't want to lose that aspect of
Yeah.
myself.
I don't
like,
think
I
audio.
can still remember all the music that I've heard.
Yeah. But with,
Oh, no,
with
dude,
me,
it'd be
it's
different.
because I
If I could
I
never
don't
hear
learn-
Beethoven again.
I don't learn
How often do you
as
listen to
well
Beethoven
through
now?
hearing.
Actually, I was listening to him this morning.
It's whenever I read something,
And then
it,
Slayer
it
played.
picks up
List.
my imagination, and that's whenever I can see things very vividly. So being able to read it as opposed to hear it, I miss a lot whenever I have somebody else reading it to me.
That, I'm
See,
the
I do
same
that-
way.
I do that with
so
music.
I could not give up reading. I couldn't.
I do that with music though. Like, so I was telling Chris, Cradle of Filth. Listen to Cradle of Filth. Have you ever heard Cradle of Filth?
I have.
That's the closest thing to EDM that I could get to besides Fear Factor or anything like that. You know what I mean? But that was initially my start. But it's really the only way I can describe it to anyone that's never heard it is like really anime-like music. So when I hear it, I see like shit just going off in my head. You know what I mean? Like I'll play out whole fucking animes in my head listening to that shit, and it gets my
See,
juices flowing. I guess. You know
But the
what I
thing
mean?
is that I'm very empathic. So when it comes to music, I feel the music. And him and I have had many discussions about the actual music as opposed to with or without the lyrics and who pays attention more to. He pays more attention to lyrics than I do. But there are some songs
No, he
that
doesn't.
all
But
of
see,
He's
it,
that's
also one of the
because-
guys that look up the background of the fucking singers and
I like,
you know.
I hate saying this because it makes me sound like a douchebag, but I feel like I have the soul of a poet. So words have always meant more to
Right.
me. Shut the fuck up. But like, words have an impact, and I enjoy
Because words are
the
power. dude.
etymology and everything behind it, and figuring
Knowledge
out
is power.
the possible meanings of like whatever the fuck. Like, I don't know. That part of it's always been more intriguing.
no, but never being able to. I could.
Never hearing music again, though, dude.
But
That's
you can
fucked
sing
up,
to
man.
yourself. And
You can't hear the shit?
Okay, but I'm obviously like I make up a lot of my own songs.
Okay.
You?
Like, to
No.
random shit.
You do that to
So-
songs that actually exist.
I do.
You don't know half the fucking words.
She
I don't
does
think any
now.
of us though.
No.
She's learned.
A lot of them I do know. I just make them into something else that I think is funny or just.
I usually
She
take a
gets
song.
so mad at me for doing that because I'll do it to songs that she likes, and she's like, "What the fuck?" And it's like, "Well, I do it to songs that I fucking like too. Like it's
Yeah.
funny to me."
Yeah.
I've ruined songs for myself and other people, absolutely, because it's funny to me.
You're just like,
Yeah.
"God damn it!"
But yeah, I think I would have to give up the ability to read because there
No.
are ways to.
But think about what all that entails. That's not just books. You drive down a street and you can't read a fucking sign.
But there are arrows pointing whichever way I need to go.
But you don't know which one to
You don't
turn on
know,
because you
yeah.
don't know which street it is.
Then hopefully you do it by memory, motherfucker. Because if not,
You could never.
I have a keen
Cook
sense of
my directions
direction.
again.
King sense of what's
What's that word, damn it?
I ain't got a memory
I
for
do.
shit, but
Well, yeah. I do too. Well, on certain things. I don't know. But just to give up music. Music is such a big part of me and who I am. And
You have a
So
voice,
is reading.
Don't you?
huh?
You have
I
a
can't even
voice,
do that
don't
shit,
you?
so I'm not worried.
Yeah,
about
not a great one.
it. Not a great one, but I like it.
No.
Definitely give up music. And I hate to say that. I hate to say that because it is.
I mean,
such
music's
a
been a part of
big-
all of our lives since
Yes.
we can before
Since
we
I
can
can
remember
remember,
in some cases, you know.
I remember getting sung.
But I didn't learn how to read until I was in my late 20s. So
She's still working on it.
Mom used to
that
sing
was
Mercedes
whenever I
Benz to
finished
me.
my first whole book. So I was so excited.
I still haven't done that. Seriously.
Neither of you haven't finished. No, I'm just joking.
I start a bunch of books.
I start a bunch.
She
Now I
had
lose
a-
interest like halfway through, and I hear a song I really fucking like. So
But see, I do that with songs too, and fucking everybody's gotten irritated with me on multiple occasions because I'll listen to one song and hear like the first verse, and they'll be like,
Oh my
"Oh,
God.
it makes me think of this song," and then I'll jump over to this one. They're like, "Pick a fucking song and just let it play." Like,
Yes.
Yes.
she used to tell me that. What was it you'd say about my playlist? Like it's just all over the fucking place whenever you hear my shit. Because you'll go from
That's
Bobby
not
Darin to
bad.
fucking Slayer to fucking Pantera, and then all of a sudden hear fucking Eazy-E from nowhere, and that's how I like listening to my shit. That's how
Very
it is.
eclectic.
Yeah, that's just how I am.
That's not bad at all. I don't have a problem with that.
okay, speaking of parents,
Oh God.
walk in on your parents,
Fucking.
yeah,
Yeah.
or have them walk in on you.
Well-
And I think that has happened to all of us.
I was
at
gonna
some
say in
point.
my lifetime both have happened, so I don't really give
Yeah,
a fuck.
Them
I-
walking
One or
on
the
me.
other.
Most definitely.
Dude, I remember like knees to the sky, and I was like,
That was
Fuck!
a weird position
Fuck!
to see your dad in.
yeah, it was odd.
No,
it was really
I
odd.
never walked in on my parents. I just
But-
heard them,
That's bad enough.
and that was enough.
Well,
You made the
scar
mistake of
me.
listening to the door.
For life.
when I was about 8 years old, we lived in a hotel
Oh,
in
you told me
California.
this story. That's so fucking
And
funny.
we lived in a hotel, so it was at multiple bedrooms. It was 2 beds in a room, but not. And we were,
Ooh.
yeah, this was 94-ish. So it was my second school of the 3rd grade year.
It's so
and-
funny you break shit down like that.
That's how she remembers shit.
That's how-
It's so
yeah.
weird
That's
how
how she
her
remembers
memory
it.
works.
We lived in a hotel that was across the street from a Chuck E. Cheese and a what was it? A home buffet, home country
Did you
buffet.
get to go to the Chuck E. Cheese?
I did.
Okay, all right. So it wasn't terrible.
No, it wasn't.
It just
terrible.
sucked really bad.
Yeah, but my brother's dad, we were with at the time. There was one night I heard some stuff in the bed on the other side of the room, and it was horrible, terrible. Oh my god! And
I
then,
know, old people do that stuff.
and then my mom did catch me.
We're the old people now.
We
You
are.
realize
Yeah.
that?
And then my mom did catch me not having sex, but giving head. So
That's how her face looked. Oddly enough.
she did. I was in high
Oh
school.
no, I meant you.
Yikes. Yikes.
It was awful.
Was that before or after she gave you the advice on how to give head?
I don't remember.
Because if she walked, because to me that would be
Yeah.
funnier if she saw it and be like, "Oh, your form's all wrong. You need to do it like this."
I honestly don't remember which one happened first.
And I think the fact that it's never happened to me, that they never walked in on me, is the reason why I choose that, because I haven't dealt with that embarrassment.
Who wants to see their parents naked?
No.
Oh, God! I
happened,
almost threw
sorry.
my phone.
Fuck me.
I
Then
never
you end up like a fucked up pervert like Gabriel.
yeah, it's
It
true.
happens.
End up with all kinds of fucking Freudian issues and shit.
So would you
I've-
rather?
Fuck me.
I've never walked in on it, but they had a waterbed at one point,
Yeah.
and it was this house over here.
Oh, so it was.
You know how the sound carries in this motherfucker, and you can hear the kids in their room and our room because of the way everything's
You know how
built?
most waterbeds have waves, and they go.
This one doesn't have waves.
This one doesn't have waves.
Why didn't you
There's
just
no
buy a
waves.
regular bed with no waves?
This one
But
doesn't
this
have
one
waves.
doesn't have waves.
But yeah, I absolutely like
So-
Have
like,
them walk in on you.
walk in on me. I don't care.
Who is this
Huh?
that you're talking about on the waterbed?
Oh, it was mom.
All right. So, do you have more that you want to do, or do you want to save them for another time, or do you want to do a couple more? And
Throw out a couple more.
I see. I made a little checklist so I can check them off, so I know which ones I've used and which one I haven't.
Nice.
nice.
I actually came prepared.
It's funny how that works.
No shit, right?
Be prepared.
We don't need to go back to Aladdin.
No, that's Lion King.
Lion King, bro.
God damn it.
That's
Which is
Scott.
coming out, what, 5 days?
Yes,
What kind
Holy
of a
shit,
Disney
yeah.
kid are you?
on the 19th.
God.
Whoa.
Not a very good one, apparently.
Anyway.
Okay. Accidentally like a 2-year-old photo of your significant other's ex because you were Facebook stalking, or you sexted your mom.
Alright, what was the first thing? Accidentally like.
Like a 2-year-old picture of the person you're like.
Yeah.
It would basically be
Ex.
me that you were Facebook stalking.
If we weren't friends.
Oh.
Like, if
okay,
you're-
alright,
if you're
alright,
in,
yeah. Yeah, okay.
and
social
you
media
accidentally
stalking.
like a picture. Okay, so that is kind of stupid, but whatever.
But when it comes down to it, I can give a fuck about what her ex thinks, so. I do it just to be an asshole.
This is very
I
true.
would.
You'd be like, what, motherfucker?
Absolutely would. Regardless of what or whose ex
I
it
think I
is.
would prefer that one, where you accidentally like something because.
Haven't you done that, though?
I've said some
No.
crazy shit to my mom.
Because I
already.
remember you freaking out
So-
because you accidentally liked something at some point.
But I
can't
don't think it
remember
was
who
like an ex. It was just somebody I was being nosy with.
No,
that's
okay.
But
Creepy,
it's
though.
along the same
That's
lines.
creepy. I've
Yeah.
said some insane shit to my mother though. Like earlier we were
No,
talking.
but you're sexting your mom,
yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
Would you be
Earlier-
like, oh, get down on
Like,
my
oh, I'm gonna
You're
eat that
so full
whenever
of
I get
shit.
home.
You can't get hard on blow.
Maybe I could, mom.
Maybe if you encourage me some more.
And besides, how do you know about being on blow anyway? Another motherfucker we miss.
I would prefer stalking.
And accidentally
Yes.
liking something.
Yes, because of the fact that I know I would never do that. So that's what I'm going to
You
pick
can't
for
do
this.
that, though.
Yes, I can.
You can't. That's
I
not
can.
fair. No, you can't.
Yes.
You're a chud.
Because
It's an
I'm
either or. If I
choosing-
can't pick both,
Yeah.
you
then
can't do that. You can't cop out.
The whole deal
yes,
is.
I can.
no,
you
the
have
only
to choose one or the other, and
the
I'm
only
choosing
out you
one
have
because
is
I know
my
I
out
can never
that
do it.
I really don't give a fuck whose ex it is. You can suck a dick because she's
'Cause
sucking
I'm
mine
not,
now.
I'm not
So,
sexting my mom.
Fuck off.
So I would
Am I
choose
right?
the other one
You're just like,
because I know I'd never do it. I don't stalk people.
that's all there is to it.
Oh, I do. I'm nosy.
I don't.
I'll go through like,
fuck
ooh,
this.
and ask him.
I've seen her do it.
Ask him. I'll
There's
be like,
been a certain one that'll come up occasionally. Yes.
Ah, okay.
And she'll be like, "Oh, this da 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 da," and like tell me everything that's
oh,
fucking
I
going
go
on.
in on it. Like,
I want to see what your ever widening ass is up to.
How come we're not here for those things?
You have been for some of them.
Some of
I
them.
could care less, dude. I
but
really
yeah,
could.
I'm a nosy bitch. I know I'm a nosy
know.
bitch. So I think I would.
We know.
we
yeah,
know.
I would probably go with the accidentally liking older picture.
All right, but if you accidentally send some shit to your mom, would you really be that fucked up about it?
No.
I don't want to have that conversation.
Mom said the word
Dude,
cunt to me not
okay.
even a fucking hour
But
ago.
that's your mom, though, dude. Like, that's your mom specifically. Like, that's the way your mom's always been.
She was talking to me about some chick she used to work with that would scratch. She's like, she'd scratch her cunt, and I'm like, all right.
Okay.
I was
Now
like,
I'm gonna have fish flakes stuck in my head.
But
Initially,
she's
I was
not
like-
talking about hers.
yeah, yeah.
You know. It's a
I know,
little bit
I know.
different.
She said some fucking
Coming
weird shit
from the
to me.
guy who freaked out whenever his mom said dick.
Shut up.
He
He
just
doesn't
doesn't
talk
want to
like
hear
that.
dick coming out of her mouth. Dick has to stay in her
My
mouth.
mom doesn't talk like that. God damn it.
That's not remotely
That's a
true. I've
lie.
heard her talk like that.
No.
Oh, I've heard her talk a lot
Turk.
worse.
You know what? You
Talk
can't
a
even
lot
twerk
worse.
right, so I don't want to hear what you're saying.
Me and her have had lots of conversations.
Shut your filthy fucking mouth.
They started comparing war stories and shit.
She's like, so one time I did this thing with a lampshade and a fucking nightstand.
What are you, gay? Like, so I'm getting ready to do your mom.
Which one would you pick?
What was the question?
You
Sex
asked
your
the
mom.
question.
Sex
Accidentally
your
sex your
mom
mom
or
or accidentally like.
Oh, I like this fucking What the fuck?
Sex
What are you
your
gonna do?
That's what I'm saying. That's my whole deal. I don't give a fuck who it is. Fuck
Yeah.
off.
Well, the thing is that I accidentally told my boss I loved him one time, thinking it was him. So
You're a whore.
I was about to say, you just like strange dick. That's all that is.
That's how you got that raise,
No.
right, bitch?
She got a raise, all right.
Oh yeah, no.
Couple of them.
Couple of them.
All right, next line.
I wish. It would be a lot easier that way.
Fucking whore, dude. God, I love you.
You called her whore so much. What was gonna happen? Like,
I love this woman.
okay, would you rather detect any lie you hear or get away with any lie you could tell?
No, I'd rather get away with any lie I could tell. Because there are several times my wife tells me I'm handsome, and I'm like, I am. And knowing, you know,
Like, oh,
fuck.
Detect any lie.
Yeah.
Because I'm a horrible liar, and I'm not.
I'm
Like,
a really good liar.
that's why I'm saying for you it'd be a benefit if
I
you
was
could
fixing
actually.
And I don't
Same.
like to lie. I
hate
makes
lying,
me
but if
feel
I have
bad.
to, I will.
To
It
be
depends
honest
on
with
the
you,
situation.
the reason, the fact that I can detect most lies is the reason why I don't lie, because I feel like if it's that easy for me to spot, anybody can tell whenever I'm lying. So I would personally prefer to get away with a lie, be able to know that
Yeah,
I
but
can tell a lie and get away
The
with
two
it.
of you have way more
Whore.
tells than normal fucking people.
Yeah. I can lie
Our
without.
faces.
But, well,
I can lie without
okay,
somebody fucking
Hers
knowing.
is body language.
Whether-
Yours,
I
your
feel
face
bad.
can't hold
whether
it.
you
Hers is her
can,
body
whether you
language.
think you can or whether you think you can't, you're always going to be right. So I think it's the fact that we are so good at telling when people are lying that we just assume people are fucking shit liars, including us.
I
Oh,
could lie
I
to you.
know I
No,
am shit.
I know for a fact she's a shit liar.
So it
I could
makes
lie
us,
to you right
it
now
makes
and you would
us
not
a
know.
shit liar. You're fucking full of shit.
I could. I don't lie to you, but I could. I'm just saying. That's just the way
Because
it
I'm
is.
fucking
I tell her I don't
I'm
use my powers
paranoid.
for evil anymore.
It's
I'm
fucked up. It's
paranoid
mean.
of everybody. Like, I don't trust most of the shit you say.
You don't trust a pretty face?
It's true.
Shut up.
Beautiful man wants something like that.
I really. I don't know.
I don't want to be able to tell a lie.
I wouldn't want to see. The thing is that I wouldn't want to get comfortable getting away with lies. Like I just.
Why not?
I don't like lying. I don't like.
I don't. No
think
one likes lying, but you do what you have to do.
But if you were to tell somebody
Dude.
who that you
No,
that
baby,
you
I
have
did
to
not sleep with that
tolerate,
bitch.
that you
Who
like
you gonna
them,
believe, me?
and then
Me or
You're
your
a
lying
lying
ass.
ass.
Shit.
Can't I just tell them the truth?
That's not lying, dummy.
you could, but have you?
No. My face stays under control most of the time when that shit happens.
That is not true.
You think it is. Just like I think
You could never play
my
poker
body
professionally.
language does.
I know when you're fucking lying before you lie.
This
Because
shit got serious.
because you are terrible at it.
I'm a
You know the whole fucking, you know, every couple goes through it. Is anything wrong? No, I'm fine. And you know, like, bitch, before I asked you that question,
I
I
knew
knew
the
you
answer.
were fucked up.
In the,
You
if
know
I
why we answer like that? Because if you already fucking knew, why'd you ask?
Oh, what a twat fucking...
Because you should be having open lines of communication with your partner.
Because we should talk
And
more
we're
in
giving
our
you the
relationship.
opportunity to do so.
We don't talk enough.
well, I don't do confrontation well, so that's why I just
And
say
you
I'm
get
okay.
the fuck over that. You picked the wrong
And-
Relationship
cowboy.
is confrontation. Every fucking day. It's a fight.
No, it's not.
All right.
Yes, it is.
She just punched him in the
Bitch
arm.
just hit me for no reason.
You said it was confrontation.
In all
That's not
fairness, it's like
confrontation.
no
That's not
punching
you.
you, so...
That's not confrontation.
She has bony
That's
knuckles.
abusive.
I was trying to tell you. I
She
love
does
you.
have bony ass knuckles.
I do.
Motherfuckers are like little knives hitting you in your goddamn arm. Anyway, what's the next one, dude? It's your bony fucking
Oh wait,
hands.
which one would you be able to detect any lie or get away with any lie?
I wouldn't want to lie.
Nah,
So to detect any lie?
I can already do that. That's
Get
for the
away
most
with a
for the
lie.
most part, it's
That-
really easy.
Yeah, like whenever you've sold so much bullshit in your life, you learn how to look through the bullshit. I'm being dead fucking serious.
For the most
Like-
part, every once in a while, you meet a true master where it's like,
Like, oh wow,
damn,
you're a
nigga,
fucking sociopath.
I
I
almost-
thought I was bad.
I almost believed you. It's
And then you're like,
shit.
oh,
But then
that's what it
there-
feels like. This is what I've been doing to people.
You're right.
This is horrible.
Then there are some people who
I should feel this way.
It's
deserve
like,
to be here.
do you really call them out on their bullshit, or is it?
There's some people you just let fucking
It's
Or
talk.
not
is it
worth.
just a
Sometimes
waste
it's
of
not
energy?
worth it.
You just let 'em talk.
exactly.
Yeah,
It's
and
just-
whatever.
but I would rather, when it comes to detecting lies, a lot of mine is, well, just being able to see it, but also my anxiety and my paranoia. So I would rather know
But
for
sometimes
sure.
it creates the lie, and it's not actually a lie. You believe it's a lie because
Yeah,
of
but
your
and
paranoia.
that's why I would pick being able to detect any lie, because then I would know for sure if it is or if
All right,
it's just
so
my paranoia.
the first
I know
thing I
for
thought
sure,
of-
because if you breathe, you lie.
The first, the first thing I thought of was.
Sounds like she's a little fucking jaded.
I know, right? The first thing I thought of with the detecting a lie is there are people that lie to us on a daily basis, or at least fucking whenever you talk to them basis.
Especially work related.
And well, not even work related. It's just, all right. There was a time when somebody would tell a person or me, whatever the fuck,
Like in
that
Liar Liar.
that they loved you, or
Oh.
something like that, and you sincerely believed it. What if deep down inside you realized that's a fucking lie? How heartbreaking would that be to you?
But you're going to get brokenhearted anyway, because that
You're gonna
person's-
fiend that out at
Eventually,
some
yeah.
point.
you just
regardless
you
of
just
the
waste
relationship
less
ends.
of your time
No, I
and
get it.
energy.
That's not true, because we have all done that.
Yeah.
Where
We knew.
I've
Yeah.
weighed out
See through it.
pros and cons of relationships.
Can we
stayed-
not?
And stayed in it because there was one con or one pro better than
One
the fucking
pro
God.
that trumped all the cons.
Bitch out of fat ass.
Yes.
That's
I knew
all.
he was gonna fucking
What?
say that.
Shit. That was a good pro. Good job, bitch.
Had game on point. It was fine.
Anyway.
Well, no, I was talking about another one.
Oh.
I wasn't talking about that one.
Anyway, next
Anyway.
one. We're
I can
listening
edit the
to
shit out. It's
Dead
not a
Air.
big deal.
Dead Air.
You
That's why
want
she
to
can't give up music.
Okay, if I gave up music, I would never dance again.
Oh,
That's
shit.
not true. You
You
have it
sing.
in your head, and 9 times out of 10, there's not actual music on
Well,
when you're
if you
dancing.
can't listen to music, does that mean the music in your head
Well,
is
No.
your life is
You
in
can't
your head
hear
anyway.
music. You already have
That
it
is the
in your
scariest
head.
shit I've ever heard her say.
What did she say?
Most of your life is in your head anyway. And
all
then
of
we-
your life is
yeah.
in your head?
Then we wonder why fucking Kaylee is the way she is.
I know, right?
Anyway.
God
Okay,
damn
sorry.
it.
So,
Fuck. I married her.
you did.
You're furthering sociopathism? I don't know. Whatever the fuck the term is. Okay. Would you rather see the world and live in poverty, or stay in one place and be rich? I have a feeling I know what you would say.
What would you say?
I want to travel.
That I knew she'd say that.
I want to travel. I want to see. We are in, like, Texas is what, the second
Biggest state
second
in the
biggest
country.
state in our country. We are so small. We are just a dot on a big fucking planet, and there's so much more else
It's
to.
a small world after all.
I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts.
No. Anyway.
But I want to see what else. I want to see the pyramids. I want to see
Ireland.
Ireland. I want to go to
Scotland.
Scotland. Yep. I want to see, like,
Edinburgh.
and even
Germany.
if we stayed
Luxembourg.
even if we stayed in the U.S., we have a plan. We want to go see baseball parks, and if we're rich, we can only stay in one spot. We can't even go see baseball fields that we want to see. We can't go taste foods of any other states. We can't do anything.
That's
like
not
that.
true. Especially nowadays. You can fucking order that shit and have it delivered.
But you know what I mean?
It's not the same. Chinese food isn't Chinese food. What
Yeah,
we
like-
eat is fat shit they serve to
Dude,
Americans.
fucking Genghis is authentic. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I think I'd live in poverty because I know how to hunt. And
See, I thought you would go the other way.
I
Honestly.
thought about it. I really thought about the rich thing. I did because I'm a materialistic son of a bitch.
No.
Fuck you.
See, I wasn't gonna go that route for him. I was gonna say that as a guy, you're more concerned about providing
I
financially,
am.
and if you have that security, it's.
But with
the
that
biggest
question, for
stress
some
off
reason,
your
it
shoulder.
jumped to if you're a single type deal. For me.
Or at least
Because if it's my
Alright,
family,
Fine, fuck you.
fuck you. If it's all right, your family deal, definitely, I'd stay where the fuck I am, take as much money as I possibly could. But if it's just me, like Nish said, there's a lot of different places I want to see. And nigga, I could whore for some money. I'd fucking kill some motherfuckers if I needed some money. You know what I mean? I know how to hunt. Like, you do what you have to do to survive, like you are poverty stricken in any other fucking country. It happens like that. I mean, it's just a fucking cruel fact.
Yeah, I really think I would be poor and travel.
I'm poor right now, and I'm still where the fuck I am. I'm just saying. So, if I can see some
I got
new
no
shit.
money and I ain't going nowhere.
So, if I can see some new shit, you know, dropping the motherfucker a new dolly or some shit like that, and let me eat some good Indian food, whether I gotta steal it or not, you know, whatever. Fuck.
So what if I get the shits?
No, I don't care. I'm down.
It's a spicy
Mandy, what would you do? Would you rather
Be
stay
rich
in
and
one?
stay where you are.
Well, considering most of my money, if I were rich, would be spent on traveling.
You can't travel. You have
No,
to
but
stay
that's
where
what
you
she's
are.
saying. If
That's what I'm saying.
outside of this
Yeah.
situation,
Outside of a decent house and taking care of my kids,
Ooh,
the
with the
rest of the money
wraparound
would
porch
be
and-
spent on traveling anyway. So might as well be fucking poor and be able to travel.
And it said in poverty. It doesn't mean that you don't have any money.
Right. I mean, shit.
No, you're
you
just
might as well
fucking
be
starving.
in poverty now. No.
All I need is peanut butter sandwiches.
Fuck that.
top ramen.
What about you?
Fuck yeah. Oh yeah. What about you?
I'd be rich and say where the fuck I am.
Eh.
100 fucking percent. 100 fucking
Looks
percent.
like we're gonna be a bunch of single motherfuckers.
No, once again, like my
Because
deal
he's
is.
traveling on his own, so we'll be traveling separate, and he's staying where the fuck he is, and you're traveling.
Well, no, like I said, if it came
If it
down
came
to
down
the,
to it, though, I would
if
stay.
I were single
Like,
and I have to
then
think
you'd be
about,
broke.
excuse me, I have to think about family, then yeah, I'll stay where the fuck I am and take all the
Somebody's
money I
gonna
can.
stay here and watch the kids while all you motherfuckers are traveling. I'm just saying.
you know, I would not travel without you.
I think I would.
Bye, bitch.
Fucking Robert would hire a bunch of really hot nannies to
No, he
come in
wouldn't.
and help
No,
him.
they'd be hookers. There's no nannies involved.
We won't even need the illusion, bitch. Just come
Nah,
here, suck my
just
dick.
come over.
No, my
I don't
wife
need you
is
pretending to give a fuck
traveling.
about my kids. I'm trying to get blown and blow a load and
Just
get
touch
the
my
fuck
dick.
out.
Touch my dick.
There's no pretenses needed.
Like, I started doing fucked up shit. And they're like, no, I'm fucking your feet. That's what's gonna
Check
happen.
the snake type bullshit, dude. I'd be all over it.
Dear God, you guys are.
Y'all are terrible.
I would think like that initially. If it were for my family, money, you fucking stay here. But like I said, if it's just me,
Fuck
fucking,
it.
I'm out, bro. I'd have my little stick with my bandana bag. And I'd be fucking walking.
Hopping trains and
Yeah,
shit
shit. I don't give a fuck. Bag 'em on like a motherfucker.
with an acoustic guitar.
Would.
Tell me he wouldn't do that.
He would.
Would.
Street performer.
Couldn't play it for shit, but I'd still be down, dude.
I don't know. By that point, you might have got it down.
I'd just use the guitar to hit people.
It wouldn't last you very long.
What was that? What was it? El Kabong or whatever the fuck? The horse and Yogi Bear and the Hanna-Barbera shit.
Yes.
Oh,
No, that'd be good.
anyway,
I think we need to cut this
It's
one.
been a good show.
it has been.
Just
Maybe
shooting
we'll-
shit. Well,
Oh.
my bad. Sorry for that.
So I think we should do some more of these on another.
I'm gonna find
Shit.
way more fucked
We gotta
up
get
ones.
money in on some of those, because, man, those fucked up ones.
Oh
Real good.
man, yeah, we'll have to find
And
more.
before the podcast starts, I'll pose that other one to him and
Yeah,
see what the
yeah,
fuck.
definitely.
I just want to see what happens
Because
with his
anything,
face.
because he's as close to his mom as I am to mine.
Oof,
And, oh, god damn it.
that one was horrible.
And admitting.
You
just
have to,
whatever.
and you have to pick one
You
or the
have to.
other, and
You don't
that's
have
what
a
makes
choice.
it worse.
And that's what I think of. You have to fucking answer the question. Because I like throwing out hypotheticals all the time. If you don't answer them and say, I don't like hypotheticals, Mandy, then you're just no fucking fun, dude.
All right,
You
well,
noticed that he did that while she wasn't in here, right?
I'll
of
do it while she
course.
is here. I'll do it.
Yeah, he definitely would
Yeah,
have.
I
definitely
probably would.
All right, well, on that note, I'll take the duty of doing the sign out and.
You say
Duty. All right, you guys. Thanks for all the fish.
Bye, fuckers.